So unfortunately, only one way. But so if I'm looking down here,
All right, we're live, everybody. Welcome everyone to the world of darkness, where we're playing the 13 Nights at the Super Mart Mall. We left off with two characters meeting up with each other, setting up a crew to go investigate and debunk a supposed haunted mall to prove that there is no ghosts in that mall and there is no hauntings whatsoever. There was two news article clippings that they did find out, which we will go over those in a minute once we have an introduction for our two new cast members who are currently here, Archer Colin and Sparta Chris. Archer, why don't you start with who your character is? Give us a little bit of rundown on them. Tell us the description of them, like what they look like, and we'll move on from there.
Oh, what they look like. Well, I'm playing Mycroft Ravenwolf, a university history professor. English, but of English and American parents. My dad was English, my mum is American. He's a historian. He's also, because he's a historian, his speciality area of interest is the Middle Ages, which gives him some experience and knowledge of
old things
and pre-firearm weaponry, shall we say. He's also, because I had to do the maths on this, his great-grandfather had some unusual experience. He never met his great-grandfather, but his great-grandfather had some unusual experiences towards the end of and shortly after the First World War.
And if I'm not mistaken, his great-grandfather is currently missing and nobody has seen him since.
I'm not quite sure what 100 years have done to that, but yeah, something like that. And his great grandfather's apparently in a different in a different game. His great grandfather's in a Cthulhu game, literally. So he's got.
Wait, don't tell me that you're tying him into your character in the Cthulhu game that we played.
You didn't see my character's name yet, did you?
I guessed.
Well, no, I half joked, and I joked about it, and Tabletop said, "Go for it,
do it."
I mean, yeah,
do it.
Yeah,
I even sent him a meme of Emperor Palpatine going, "Do it."
You did, yes.
Is it Howard Phillips?
No, that was different NPC.
Yeah. No,
so we have another Malfoy here.
No, it's Mycroft, if you don't mind. Malfoy was my brother.
Sure.
No, he's so he does actually. He has some knowledge of the occult as well. He does believe there's something out there. He doesn't necessarily know what.
But does he have 3 dots in occult with the specialization in witchcraft?
No, he only has 2 dots in occult, but he does have a little bit more than that in academics history.
Okay, I only have a dot in academics.
And encyclopedic knowledge and eidetic memory. I do, but this is what we had a back discussion back and forth, Tabletop and I, honestly, but I said, "Is this OP here?" And he said no. So blame him.
I don't know what you're all talking about. Let's continue. All right. Did you give us a nice description of him, please? Physical features?
No, because I haven't come up with one.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and think of that while we move on to Sparta Chris?
Yeah.
Well, I am Sparta Chris, and I'm playing Zach Grimes. He is a college student. So I guess he is probably one of Colin's students. So that's probably how he got wrapped up into this. Maybe some extra credit or something like that. He is your average day college student, though he has a little bit of a memory block. He's got a little bit of amnesia in his past because something involving the disappearance of his sister when he was young. No one knows what happened. He doesn't remember anything at all.
Do they call him Spooky?
No. And yeah, that's about it. He's a little on the athletic side, so.
All right. Now, how would you guys, and I'll call you guys out. Now, how would you guys know the amateur ghost hunters necessarily? Chris, do you have an idea how you get tied into this group?
Well, I mean, probably through the professor.
And how does the professor get tied into this group?
Did I mention 2 dots in occult and history and knowledge and this sort of thing, and the fact that he helps to run the University Reenactment Society?
Okay, all right. Did you have any real quick? Did you have any dots in resources, status, or fame?
I didn't. No, I looked at that. Having seen the first one, I looked at it. Oh, bugger!
All right, you don't need it. You don't need any of that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Too much. But so it looks like Alicent and her family is actually the one funding this YouTube channel. And the trips.
Yep.
So you guys do have 1 dot in resources. Like there is group resources, a group status, and a group fame. You guys have 0 dots in status and fame, but you got 1 dot in resources. So you guys can pull. Anytime that we roll resources, you guys can always pull in that 1 dot, which is all it's going to do is give you an extra dice to actually roll for that of how people know your group. All right. So Zach's, is it Zach's? Zach? Zach. Okay.
Z-A-K.
Okay, so Zach actually knows the professor, and the professor knows the amateur ghost hunters. I'm assuming because Alicent is also a student, that's how she roped in the professor.
Yeah, but not exactly the best student because she spends most of her time heading to bars around the city and just drinking.
Yeah, and I've left it. I haven't specified what particular university because I didn't know what would be the appropriate one.
Is your character under the age of 21?
She is 21. She started doing this legally this year. Illegally, keep going say.
I'm gonna have to have you give me a presence socialized roll to see how well you've done.
Okay. I mean, does my barfly and striking looks and everything add in?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, let me check what those are. Ooh. Because I think barfly doesn't necessarily help. Striking looks might, but I'm not 100% sure.
Let's see. Let me pull up the book. I'll tell you if barfly helps. Let's see here. Alright. Well, I believe both of those are actually social perks.
Yep.
Or social merits. Let me look at the first one. Barfly.
No, that won't help.
Not really, no. I'm not going to say anything to that one. That's usually finding the great spots. I think you're not looking for the great spots. You're looking for how well you've gotten drinks from the great spots. Use striking looks.
Yes.
Striking looks will help.
Okay.
With 2 dots, your character gets a +1 modifier to all presence or manipulation rolls. So, how many dots do you have?
For presence and manipulation, I have 2 dots in presence, 2 dots in manipulation.
And striking looks?
Striking looks is 2 dots.
So you get a +1 modifier, so you get to add one additional die.
Oh, cool. So 5 dice. Let's roll it. Wait, where's the dice roller? Oh, there
Somewhere.
it is.
Oh, okay.
That's a 10 and 8, so 2 successes. Unless a 5 is a success as well.
It is not. 7 or higher, and then a 10 is a reroll.
Okay. That's a 7.
Well, you got the bar serving you when you were still a minor. You've been illegally drinking, and the bars have been getting away with it. Holy shit! How'd that happen?
I wasn't proud of the job.
Hey,
I would be questioning the morality of that bar owner.
I mean, it wasn't just one bar owner. It was lots.
I will be
It's because
questioning.
they didn't have to be in their neighborhood. That's why.
I will be questioning who's giving you such good quality face up false fake IDs in 2024.
There's a lot of things to concern yourselves with, gentlemen, but not that. Not right now. But yeah, so
the bar owner's relative.
Maybe she just looks like she's of the age. It could be a possibility.
Yeah, she's looked older for a while now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I will say it is fair that she could possibly have a fake ID on her too with that socializing role.
Yeah, definitely. She doesn't use it anymore, but she had it then.
Well, I also said is what if the bar owner's relative?
Could be that too. Or it could have been a vampire bar that she snuck into.
Oh no.
Yeah. She's been earmarked by a vampire somewhere.
Well, I did kind of hint that there was a vampire who may have been watching her since she was a child.
All possibilities, but not for this session, everybody. All right, so how do we rope in the other two? All right, so you guys have so Alicent and what is it, Jeff? Yes, Jeff. You guys have gotten all this stuff together. You guys have loaded up the vans. How did you? Oh, you know what? You sent out emails. That's right. So
I was going to say, yeah, you sent texts or emails, if I remember right.
Yep. So, Archer? What's your character's full name again? I forgot.
Mycroft Ravenwolf.
All right, Mycroft Ravenwolf. All right. So you actually ended up hearing a ding on your computer, and it's your day off. There's no class. And you go, and it's from Alicent saying that she has a job in Detroit, and you need to meet her on campus, so you guys can load up and go debunk this Super Mart Mall in Detroit. You guys are currently. Where did we decide that you guys were at? Was it New Orleans?
I deliberately didn't place it
No,
anywhere.
we're based in Ann Arbor, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. You guys are based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. All right, which is cool because actually no Ann Arbor. So you guys are in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and you guys. So she's asking to meet on campus because she's looking for you guys to travel to Detroit for the next 13 days. For the next 2 weeks, you guys will be in Detroit, proving that the Super Mart Mall, which is the world's second largest mall, but first largest mall, I believe in the United States, is not haunted because the owner is looking to reopen. But first, he has to squash the rumors. And he's looking for your group to do that. How interested is Mycroft?
Just hoping it's school holidays, because otherwise I'm going to be kind of committed.
Well, it did say that all the food and bedding has been supplied to you, so you don't have to worry about that, and you're not supplying nothing. And I believe it would have been indicated in the email that all the footage would have been your guys' do with whatever.
It's not that. It's the case of if we're in school time, I'm going to have classes. Unless
you can always well, this is also a second job. It is possible to be in school, but I think it's actually I mean, in the United States, universities go all year round.
Well, yeah, I said I didn't go to uni, so I'm not familiar with our system, never mind yours.
Right.
So it's going to have to fit in with, it would have to fit in with, unless I'm visiting professor or something, I don't know, but...
Lost Tales.
He'll be back.
I mean, that was my thought. Is that the only thing I thought that was okay, fine, but it's gonna. I mean, presumably, then even if universities go all year round, you must then have. There must be facilities for people to take vacations, mustn't there? So,
Yes. What is your current major? Like, what do you currently teach?
history.
History? Well, this would actually this is actually a historic event. You're gonna play a part in the grand reopening of a Supermart mall that closed in early '90s and has not been open since because of a series of rumors. You have also been attached to get your character's attention. Two things would have been actually clipped that I believe that Allison would have sent you. The murder of 1994, which is a woman's body was found the following morning as she was the last one in the Supermart mall. It turns out that she never left as her body was found with wounds on her arms and neck and all of her blood drained. No weapon at the scene of the crime was found and the murderer was never found. And it's actually ended up being a cold case. You did hear something about that because you're a history teacher. That actually became a cold case. They never found out who did it. And then another news paper clipping is missing teens of 2001 at the Supermart Mall. Two teens went in on a dare for their friends, but they never came out. A search party went in to look for the teens, one boy and one girl, both around the age of 15 years of age. Danny Delgado and Emily Carson were never found after 48 hours of searching them all. It is possible that the two teens ran away and currently living out their lives as we speak. And as far as you're concerned, they've never been found either. Those were missing teens that were never found, nor any evidence of their disappearance.
Yeah. I mean, the first one definitely caught my attention, especially given my family history. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes, I'm definitely interested. I mean, as I said, I mean, I would almost say...
You actually sent a letter to the dean saying that you are actually leaving town on a business trip regarding your current teachings and potentially an historical matter that you could uncover.
Well, I mean, I would say, I don't know how the university system works, but I would say...
I'm leading you in there.
Yeah,
Just go with it.
No. I'm saying, I mean, I've got dots in investigation and occult. I could also have I could also help with teaching with if there are anything to do with occult or with investigation, criminalistics, etc. I don't have specialities now, so I'm thinking I do have
criminology is what it's called here.
Criminologies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I could also help out with those as well. I mean, they could also be in my repertoire as a teacher.
All you're doing is adding to this fire that I created for you. You have you have a lot of reason to go on this trip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I've got these things to do. So yeah.
Chris, what brings Zach to this team? What brings Zach to this team when he receives that email?
Good question. Probably just looking to get some extra credit from the professor.
Ah, okay. You don't have any interest in the supernatural or the occult?
No, not really. I mean, he's just
even over your missing sister.
That's the thing is.
Look, if there's a steady paycheck in it for me, I'll believe anything.
Yes, something like that. A little bit of cash and some extra credit for class. But no, I mean his sister, unfortunately, no, it doesn't really play a part in it because he doesn't remember anything. That's the thing.
Okay.
Boggles his mind, but it doesn't drive him to do anything. He just something has to trigger him.
Well, the location was definitely left, and you guys meet up at 8:00 in the morning outside at campus, outside with two vans that are chock full of equipment to hunt ghosts.
Ooh.
Now you guys are all in the same scene together.
Who's driving?
I'm assuming you all have driver's license, at least.
I do, but I only have a dot and drive.
Well, I looked
I
that
don't
up.
think that really matters, unless you're
I-
in a high-speed pursuit.
Yeah, I looked. I mean, I did at one point, but when I went through again, it specifically says you don't need to have a dot in drive to drive. As you say, drive is for anything beyond sort of standard driving.
All right,
As you said exactly.
All right,
So,
I'm the GM. Let me break character because I don't have a character. So you guys just get in character right now.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess I'll drive then.
I can.
Boy, this is some awkward silence. Damn.
I can.
What are you guys
I-
doing? 8 a.m. in the morning. You're drinking coffee, staring at each other.
Yeah, basically.
We're contemplating and waiting for our dooms.
Oh my god.
Morning is for coffee and contemplation. Now be quiet.
You're
Drink your
you're
coffee and
telling the
contemplate.
GM to be quiet. Okay. See how that works out.
All right, who's the whiskey guy? Who's the guy with the whiskey drinking in his coffee?
Look, Okay,
assuming
before
that's
we
Jeffrey,
Probably,
right?
while we
Tails.
while we're making our
I'm not a cold beer
preparations,
drinker. I'll tell you that.
while
then
we're
you're not
making our
driving.
while we're making our preparations and starting talking up on these things and the rest of it, can I make a roll?
Mixed drink? No. I can, though.
No, can I make a roll just to see if I've got anything comes to mind, comes up from memory, given that I've got 4 encyclopedic knowledge? And so is it possible that I might have some more information? I might have to pluck something out of the air that I've read somewhere or I've heard. I mean, especially with an
I'm not
eidetic
gonna
memory.
make you. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of rumors going around, but there's nothing that you can recall from memory that actually sticks out.
Okay.
The Super Mart Mall itself has actually been circled around rumors of many deaths and disappearances. Not one that you can pick out that actually probably stands out for you. Let me see. Do I want to give you a freebie? Let me see if I can give you a freebie. Which means I will make you roll for this, but this roll is meant to be rolled by something else.
By the way, does anyone have common sense as a merit?
Yeah.
I feel like that's metagaming if we tell you. You ever talk to somebody without common sense is my real question.
Okay. Maybe I'll
Yep.
give you this freebie. I want you. This is going to be a remembering roll, so give me 1 second because it's not going to be what you think it is. Here we go. Attributes. You're going to remember something. Oh, here we go. Intelligence plus composure, please.
Okay. Plus 2 modifier on any intellect proposal under stress. Okay, so let me.
So is this
Sure.
just for Colin or is it for anyone?
Well, it's for his character.
Right, so this is
sorry.
so this is I roll 1 dice per dot, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 5. Does eidetic memory come into this or not?
If you read it, it does. So you would have had to read it, so it would play into it. Yes.
Okay, right. So that is.
Let me see. Hang on. Let me see how that works for you. I believe
Yeah.
that is. Let me see if that'll be depending on how it's set up. It may be 1 dice per dot. Eidetic memory.
Well, eidetic memory is only 2 dots anyway. I think. I'm not.
All right. Yep. It's only 2 dots anyway, and because you're recalling it from memory as well, you get a +2, which means you get 2 additional dice.
Okay. 9965321. So the 1 cancels out one of the 9s, I believe.
Yep.
Which
And
gives
then
me
was there a- was
a
there-
9, a 6.
7 or above.
So that's 1 success then.
Okay, because you also
'Cause it
got
was two-
1-1, right?
Yeah, I said it's 2 successes and a 1, so 1 counts out 1 success. Yeah.
Yep, 1 success. All right, yeah. There's nothing that you recalled.
Okay.
Unless you want to burn a willpower for a, I believe you could burn a willpower point, and that will give you 1 additional dice that you can roll right now.
Burn
Be a success
willpower.
Yep.
What? No, but how do we get willpower back?
You have to play your virtues and vices, among other things.
Right.
Yep. And I run all that. I will tell you how that comes back.
Okay. No, thank you.
Okay. Not taking the risk.
I've only got 4 dots in willpower. I've got 4 dots in willpower because
oh, okay.
Willpower is not a good stat.
Yeah, and I kind of made this.
I have 6 dots in willpower.
I kind of built this game to be also a suspense thriller, so that's gonna get burned up anyway. It could if you. Oh, I can't reveal so much more. But anyway, no, there's nothing you recalled.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys are standing around outside, the SUVs are fully loaded. Did anyone grab breakfast? Is there breakfast?
I did.
What's what you just said?
Are you sharing with?
Yeah. Is there we went to a Wawa and got food from there. That's what we used.
A what?
A Wawa. Didn't they have this in Michigan?
Actually, that's a good question. I not where I live at.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what Wawa is because I've seen it in other states.
No.
I figured maybe it was in Michigan. So, what's something in Michigan that I can think of? I'm like, oh, it's not Michigan. Shit, never mind. If it's not,
No. Wawas are in Alabama, Florida. That's where I've seen Wawas at. It was actually Florida. But
what am I thinking of? There's an East Coast, northern U.S. kind of convenience store or something like that, isn't there?
Oh,
we
call those 7-Elevens.
It's a 7-Eleven we get food from.
Can we pander to the foreigner here and keep it simple and say it's a McDonald's or something?
We're gonna call it a Queens.
Or we could
925.
Or we could have just stopped by the. Well, no, they probably aren't open at that time. I was gonna say we could probably stop by the original Pancake House, but they're probably not open at the time.
This is 2024.
We go to
Yes, the original
IHOP and
Pancake
get
House
food there.
is an actual restaurant.
Oh, okay.
We go to IHOP and get breakfast.
Okay,
we
do have IHOPs here.
That too. We could go into the IHOP.
All right, so you guys got breakfast at IHOP. Meanwhile, you guys, as you guys are getting ready to leave Ann Arbor, you guys all load up and you drive to the nearest IHOP, where a waitress comes by. You guys are going to sit down and discuss while a waitress comes by and takes your order. Hello, welcome to IHOP. Can I take your guys' order?
Yeah, sure. I'll have a pancake, 3 pancakes, butter, milk, maple syrup. It works. They'll get. What do you guys want?
I'll take a grandma's breakfast meal.
All right, and how about you over there, sir? Pointing to Mycroft.
Can I have a translation into British English of the menu, please? I'll have whatever the normal breakfast pancakes dish is. I do not.
He's getting what I have.
Yeah, I'll have what he's having. What she's having. I don't. You say pancakes to me, and I'm thinking flat things that you put butter and you put lemon and sugar on, right? What you call crepes.
Okay. One of these days, you're gonna have to get a passport and just come to America, and we're gonna have to take you out places.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me.
Wow. Damn.
33 years. Some of you probably weren't born the last time I was your side of the pond. And that was in Florida.
All right. And she looks at Jeffrey. What can I get you, honey?
I'll take an omelet, sausage.
All right. Those orders be right up. And as she's getting your guys' food, what do you guys do in this scene?
I guess we would talk about what we're gonna be doing.
Yep.
Yeah. So who is this? You got a You got this job from Alicent?
Oh, it was some guy who called me up on or emailed me anyways, and I called him. He's he owns the supermart, and he wants to have us debunk if there's a ghost there, which I personally think there are, but that's neither here nor there. And he sent us there for 13 days, provides us food, water, drink, power, fuel, lighting, and we just have to provide the gear, which of course we already have.
Yes. You have acquired an impressive collection there.
I did actually get also some MREs that my dad used to get for us when we were kids. So I don't think any of you guys want to have that, but if you do, there's enough.
Where'd you get them?
Army surplus store.
Which army, though? U.S. or Russia? There's a lot of surplus of both.
U.S.
Some of that might have
Army.
radiation.
U.S. Army.
If you checked it with your Geiger counter to make sure it doesn't have radiation, it might the
Actually,
sensors off.
funnily enough, I did.
Good. You can never be too careful.
You really need to calm down there,
Paranoid.
Jeffrey.
He looks at you with this haunting, distant gaze in his eyes. Have you ever gone out the morning after a rain to pick your tomatoes to find them half ruptured on the vine?
I can't say that I have, no.
Imagine that being a human, multiple humans.
Okay.
And then
I'll
someone
take
says,
your word for it.
it's just in your head. It's just a crime scene with a psychopath. But you know there was something else. It wasn't a ghost. Those are lies.
Anyways, guys, let's get off this topic.
Okay.
Well, the waitress brings you guys your food, and it says if there's anything else you guys would like, let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As you guys begin eating your food, probably in silence at this point, due to the awkward topics, you guys do finish your food, and do you guys leave a tip? Was your waitress good? She came back and kept checking on you guys.
Yes, of course.
All right. The money is, I wasn't gonna say it's pretty well funded at this moment, so yeah. All right, so after that, you guys load back up and you drive to Detroit, Michigan. Let's see real quick.
How long a drive is it?
I'm trying to find out.
Okay, I genuinely have no idea.
It's about a 1 hour drive.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. So we're not that
Not
far.
bad.
Oh,
So you guys actually
excellent.
do make it to the Supermart Mall. Still well in the, before noon. And you guys make it to the parking lot. So as you guys arrive to this big open space and then this huge grand mall, like this mall looks like it was made out of like a castle. It's very, very huge. You guys do drive around and you guys do see that the parking lots are numbered A1 all the way through like A30. Then you got B1 all the way to B30, C and D. It is freaking huge.
Okay.
It takes you... Hold up. I'm not done explaining C.
That's okay. No, it's okay.
So, as you guys do drive around, it does take you guys a minute to drive around slowly, just getting a shot. And then you stop at entrance A. You guys get out and you go up to the doors. And on the door is a letter that is addressed to the amateur ghost hunters. And it says, please open and read.
I open and read it.
And it says, dear hunters, Inside is the key to this door, and this door only. However, you will find more keys inside the mall next to the administration office. The food court has one unit where you will find a full stock of food, drinks, and more for the next 2 weeks. Maybe longer. And was not sure what to buy you guys or what your personal likes and dislikes were, so I went all out for you guys. Please make yourselves at home during your downtime and hope you guys will find the truth of this mall. Sincerely, Mr. Darkman.
You know, I'm kind of surprised someone has that name in real life. I only remember that name because of the show that I used to watch from my brother used to put on, like a superhero show with a gothic undertone called Darkman. It's really weird that there's someone named that in real life.
It was a movie by Sam Raimi.
I was going to say,
yeah, that's him. That's the one.
I was going to say it could be worse. It could be Mr. Neeson.
Well, ironically, Liam Nielsen did star in it.
That's
Yes, he did.
why I said it. I'm aware. Yes, it's well. Then again, I suppose I can. I can say. Can't really make comments about odd names, can I?
You can't.
After all, Miss Blackwell, also Yellow Blossom. We have some of us have names of obvious derivations and perhaps quite old vintage.
Yep.
So.
My family allegedly goes back to the Blackwells of England in the 15th century.
You know what? I keep meaning to say I don't recall seeing anything particular for the name Blackwells in any of the sources, but the 15th century is slightly after my period, as you know.
Yeah.
But yes, it certainly does have a very very English sounding name.
Yep. That's why I picked it.
Yes, it's
Anyway, back to the game.
Yes, back to the. Well, we were talking in game, sort of, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Someone told that to me.
I felt like we were breaking the illusion here. So back into the illusion, guys. You guys are all standing outside, holding the key to the door.
Okay.
I did ask you something.
I opened the door.
I did ask you something in chat, mate, which is actually it started off as a semi-silly question. It's actually a serious question.
Okay.
Just something you said.
Because I can't check chat right now.
Oh, sorry.
He's asking Tails.
No. It's when you say mall, is it a themed mall, or is it just a big thing that looks a bit like a castle from a distance? A genuine question, because you said it's big as a castle.
It's freaking huge. It's just
Okay.
a big mall.
Imposingly grand.
Okay, thanks.
Is it a single floor or is it multiple floors?
Multi-floor.
Multiply.
Okay.
And
Like
you can
Mall
see
America.
because there's literally windows for a second floor.
It is the Mall of America's prematurely born little brother.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, as you guys open the door, the darkness, like this eerie darkness of cold air, brushes your faces.
At least the air conditioning works.
Possibly smells a little. Possibly smells a little stale too, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it's been sealed up
Does it
since
smell like dust?
before 1995, and it's been
Is there...
and it's currently the year 2024, so it's been kind of sealed up for well over 20
19
years.
Is there dust
More than
all
that.
over? Because if
No,
so,
there-
then one of us
20
may be
29
having
years.
allergic reaction.
30 years
Wow.
from before 1995 to 2024 would have been over 30 years.
Wow. The information that Mr.
Granted, from
Darkman
2001, some kids obviously broke in here and disappeared in
And
here.
they were never heard from again.
Exactly.
Nope.
So they've been missing for 23 years. They would approximately be almost, if not, well over in the age of 40.
So they might not be kids anymore. If they're still kids, we know they're actually probably
They're still
probably,
here. They're eating whoever comes in.
Yeah, psych. This is a werewolf game,
Yes.
guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, I was thinking more of redneck cannibals, but okay.
That's fine.
Werewolves aren't too far off in some cases.
That's fine. I did mention that I'd packed my reenactment gear, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess. All right. So as you guys enter,
Kind of like how whenever Alicent travels anywhere, she always has a sword and a black robe that she carries with her everywhere.
all your guys' characters are weird as fuck. I'm just gonna point that out. All right, moving on. So, as you guys gain access, you guys notice that all the shops' doors are currently open. Like none of the gates are down or locked. You guys are appearing in with flashlights because there's no power that can power the whole mall. You walk for quite a distance from the doors before realizing that you made it to the center of the mall. In the center of the mall, you are actually met with tables, chairs, and solar-powered generators. That looks like that if you look up, the sun that is coming down into the center is actually hitting the solar panel generators. The reason why they're solar panels is because, okay, I guess this would be a common sense roll.
Could it possibly
would anybody question the fact that they were solar panel generators versus gas? Would anyone actually know the reason for that?
If the ceiling was like glass, it would make sense.
Yeah, but also this is the northern part of the world, so it's kind of weird, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually not. It's carbon monoxide poisoning. If gas generators were inside any structure, regardless how small or big, they would actually They would actually violate codes and certain laws because it would generate carbon monoxide.
Well, I was going to ask is, like, what if there is a central atrium that is open to the outside?
That's what I figured.
Please.
Or like a glass roof or something.
Not a glass roof, but I mean, like, it's actually open up.
No, there's not.
Please tell me there's some batteries or something for the power to still got power when it goes dark and there's no sun.
Actually, there is. Once you guys make your way up to the second floor, because the food court, one of the food court booths was transformed and remade into your own personal living quarters, where you have your own privacies, and they actually have like these little like temporary walls that you guys can have, and you guys have like cots and beds and whatnot, and then in one of them they have like stored refrigerators, a walk-in refrigerator and whatnot, and all of that has power, but that's the only section that has power.
Right. Next question. And I'm surprised my young my younger companions haven't asked this already. Wi-Fi or similar internet?
Yes. Is there Wi-Fi?
There is an actual Wi-Fi box plugged into one of the generators downstairs for you guys to do uploads right to the internet.
Awesome.
Right, which means we also have
may not be powerful enough for live stream, but is powerful enough to do at least uploads.
Is there reception for our phones?
There is.
But more to the point, if we have internet access, we have access if we need to do any sort of research or look things up.
Absolutely.
It totally won't happen that a monster will tear that up. And the generators.
Well,
I know how these things
we
go.
have phone
Or a cannibal redneck who smashes them either.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
But I mean, I would imagine this.
Aliens who vaporize them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mr. Darkman obviously has put considerable resources and effort into this exercise.
Well, he has a lot to lose because he wants this mall to reopen. He's the owner of it. I mean, it's just empty property. Empty property that has no businesses or is not making money is useless.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he
Great.
wants to open this place up with its reputation. He's not going to get rid of that just by it.
Ground, and they never moved the graves.
You see Jeffrey pull out a pack of smoke, sort of slap it against his wrist, slide one to his mouth, lights it, and just... Or maybe the owner runs a call to cannibals for the next people.
Yeah, that's certainly an idea. Okay. Let's get started, shall we?
So you guys go down to the center where the tables and chairs are, and it's basically got labels on it, like basically for your computers. Obviously, you guys would know that. So you guys begin unloading. It does take you several hours to unload and travel because it is quite a distance from the entrance door to the center.
So that's what shopping carts are for.
No shopping carts in malls.
What?
Yeah, there's not.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think
You
we just
carry
blew Colin.
everything.
I think we just broke Colin, everybody.
So are you saying there are or are you saying that American shopping malls do not have shopping carts?
Nope.
We have shopping
they
carts,
have-
just not in malls.
Yeah, but there are like
Correct.
sometimes things you can
And
carry grow stuff in, but
Well,
like,
yeah, I suppose.
but not like a cart.
That's how they sell
Yeah.
the person that's
I mean,
opening the
it-
store.
I mean, the only other option, the only thing that would possibly come close to that is if you were taking one of the kitty carts that sometimes they have baskets on them.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I suppose. Sorry, I mean, because once you're out of the shop, your package is going to be packed. So yeah, I suppose I can. Okay, fair enough.
All right. So you guys begin unloading the trucks, and you guys put the computers downstairs where you know the computer is going to be, which is going to be the main command center. The main command center is going to be on the ground floor in the center, next to the elevators and the escalators that lead up to the second floor. Upon you guys begin hooking everything into the solar panels, and as the sun begins to become noon and almost late evening and begins to set, you guys have noticed that there's external lights that's actually hooked up to the generators as well to help you guys see at night when you're on the main floor doing your job. Later on, once you guys get everything unloaded and set up and get your rooms coordinated, you guys do notice that it is time to make a little bit of food.
Oh, I have a question.
So
What is the
lunchtime.
temperature like in this area?
Currently, right now, it is roughly anywhere from, during the day, 75 to 80 degrees. At night, it can be anywhere from 65 to 70.
Okay. So we'll watch out for anything going too high or too low.
All right.
Too low could mean a ghost. Too high, maybe a demon. I don't know.
What do you
I've
guys
never
need
dealt
for
with demons.
As you guys have a full access of refrigerator and many different supplies such as drinks, such as sodas, iced teas, milk, and many different other types of fluids, and other foods, what do you guys make for your first dinner while investigating these hauntings?
I make some awesome macaroni and cheese.
I take the macaroni and cheese, now you spam and put it on a sandwich.
Surely we have spam.
Oh yes, you do. Spam is one of the
Every
the
time
big
you
thing
open
where I
up
live
your
at.
computer.
That and hot dogs, Kogel hot dogs. We make Kogel hot dogs in my state. My state's the home of the Kogels.
Okay, my next question. Sorry, what's a Kogel? I know what a hot dog is.
It's
I likewise don't know what that is.
So a Kogel hot dog is literally just a hot dog. It's just the Kogel brand is the brand that actually started in
right.
Michigan, and we're home. You know, we make our own hot dogs here. And I'm sorry, to me, I've tasted many different hot dogs from many different states all over the United States, and I'm sorry, Kogel's is the best hot dog by far.
I would admit to that.
Okay.
I used to like Hebrew Nationals, but that's about it.
I actually had that Still not as good as a kogel.
That's
Come
fair
to
enough.
Michigan.
I've never had yours when I was eating.
Come to Michigan and have a kogel. You're gonna go home and going, oh my god, I need the crack. When I lived in Florida for a little bit, and when I lived in Indiana, as soon as I got back home, the first thing I ate both times is kogels.
Sound like Gary when it comes to eating tacos.
Yep, there you go.
Sea bass?
They're his Twinkie.
Yes, they are. Well, I could go for a hot dog.
Well,
what is Mycroft and what is Zach making?
I guess I will make some noodles.
All right.
Ramen, the college kid treat.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you will not believe this, but you actually have the resources to make raw ramen and a recipe book that suddenly, for some reason, was in the kitchen for you.
Weird. Raw ramen. That's weird.
Do 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 do.
I think
Handmade
ramen
ramen.
make, is it actually a type of noodle?
It's basically Japanese noodles
Yeah.
with like broth.
I know, and I've
you
heard
have-
of it.
You have some crazy people out there that pronounce it as ramen.
Yeah, that's weird.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Well, you've got some crazy people out there who can't spell words like colour and mispronounce words like aluminium, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, you guys.
No, I
So,
do agree. I
we
do
are
agree
sorry.
with the English on how you pronounce aluminium. That does make more sense to me.
Who spells defense with an S instead of a C? Our bad.
Sorry, I had to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whatever's.
I mean,
Whatever
technically,
food.
technically, it is supposed to be aluminum. You Brits just didn't want to. You Brits gave the guy the permission to name it, and you said no, we don't like it. We're going to do it our own way instead.
I think if I remember, it was supposed to be originally done, but it was written down with an extra I or something. If I remember right, you're right. It was originally supposed to be aluminum.
Aluminium just makes
Yeah.
more sense to me, though.
And this
But then-
is a conversation you guys are having while eating your food.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Yes.
We're total strangers who have not met outside of classes.
Did you? Can I point out? University professor, English historian. Yes, this is the sort of conversation I'm having with my students.
Well,
Yeah,
suddenly,
Me, the weird Wicca girl. So
suddenly your guys' phones go off, and you look up, and it's after 9 p.m. And you look up, and
Jeez, that was a quick day.
there is no sun. It is time for you guys to assume your positions on what you assign your positions to what you're going to do. You got to have one person monitor the command center and keep everyone in constant communication with walkies. And then
hold on, we're not playing Avengers horror games, are we? 'Cause, like,
no, we are not.
I don't think you should ask us to assume the positions.
No. One pack. You guys are gross. Anyway.
I didn't say a thing.
All right, so one or two people has to run the command center, while one or two people are scouting out certain portions of the mall.
So shall I run the command center, or do you guys need me to help you out with everything and not be in the command center?
You see me just walking off with a smoker ready to start patrol. I didn't even say anything. Just
Hold on, don't forget the gear!
You have the most experience with the gear, Miss Blackwell. Sorry, Alison, I apologise. It's difficult to get out of habit at times. I am quite happy to stay here and monitor if you wish. As I said, you have the most experience of the ghost hunting, and you know the equipment.
Yep. So I will hold on. Everyone, come here. I need to teach you how to use these things in the basics, at least, and then we can get out of there and patrol. Okay? And so I go through all of the different types of equipment and gear and teach them how to detect things and detect temperature and radiation and energy wavelengths and use the voice recorder to play back audio, put it somewhere and record it and play back the audio. all the kind of stuff that ghost hunters do. And so she
Alright.
teaches everyone the basics of that and says, let's get to it.
Oh, I
Alright.
wish I could take some of these things and drop them off at the people I know when we do our shows at one or two places in Wales. They actually have ghost hunters there as well, and
It doesn't surprise me.
oh, you have no idea. Actually, youngsters like you might have an idea. The temptation when you're doing a show at one of these places to remain in kit and put on some sort of makeup and just hang around in the castle. I assure you, it's as any of you who've attended who've come to the Historical Society may know, we're strange people at classes. We're warped sense of humour as reenactors. But is there anything in particular you need me to be doing if I'm going to be doing the monitoring?
Monitor the cameras, monitor the levels of our gear and equipment, and tell us if anything goes wrong, if you hear anything, if you see something, let us know, okay?
Okay, that's fine, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. I
Alright,
have done.
So there is a couple. So one person, like I got a list of gear here that we can assign to each person. All right, so you guys can carry probably like 1 or 2 pieces of equipment. All right, so there's a night vision camera, EMF detectors, mobile cameras. The laptops, tables, and extensions are all there with backup batteries and stuff like that. And then there's portable microphones.
Geiger counters?
They're I believe there would be Geiger counters. Yes, this is just the list I have written down.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys can
Geiger
do that as well.
counters for radiation. Are we testing anything that's
Do-
possibly radioactive?
It's more for detecting energy wavelengths that can appear when ghosts or other spirits of otherworldly descent can appear in our reality. So
So you're
a little bit of
talking about-
radiation, but it's not anything harmful to us necessarily, but it's
You're
noticeable
talking-
from the Geiger counter.
So you're talking about an EMF reader.
Yes.
Do we
I
have?
thought I read somewhere that they use Geiger counters too. My bad.
So Alicent snuck military grade Geiger counters away from her dad's position. Nice one. What was I gonna say that? You know what? That's canon. That happened.
Do we have any particular information on particular locations where hauntings are believed to have happened? Do we have a list of shops and or a plan of what shops are where in this mall?
You have none of that.
What? Okay.
Do we have any idea where the children or the teenagers disappeared or where they were last seen in the mall?
That was not shared.
Damn it.
Either not shared or never happened.
In fact, since we're in the central atrium, can anybody atrium? Can anybody see floor plans or anything? It might be interesting or useful to know what.
Normally is like maps kind of placed here, there, around the mall for you to view.
Yeah, this
There's
is what I'm
there's
thinking.
one in the center atrium as well.
Oh, and by the way, we have power in the central atrium, right? So we can turn on lights, at least in this area.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep the lights low when checking because they can generate electromagnetic fields that will actually mess with your EMF readers.
Okay.
So
don't keep them too high, but leave them on if we need to.
Yep. So basically, you guys went downstairs as you're setting up, and you turned off all the main lights. The only lighting that you have currently, you even turned off the lights upstairs, depowered what you could, including the solar power generator upstairs that was powering all the other stuff, but you keeping it. Well, I wouldn't say you shut it off because of the refrigerators and stuff, but I would say you at least went to a low hum so that way it will not fool with your investigation.
Well, I mean, all we have to just shut off is anything that's not in
Non-essential.
the vicinity. Well,
Right.
I was saying that all you have to just shut off is anything that's not in the vicinity of the command center, in which case everything else is free reign.
Unless there's ghosts upstairs.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, we won't know
Alright.
that until we try it out.
So you guys, for the first time, everything went dark. Who's holding a camera?
I am.
All right. Well, who's monitoring the command center?
That's Mycroft.
All right. So Mycroft, you are sitting in front of the Mycroft is sitting in front of the computers and sees all the cameras going around. You guys each have night vision cameras and flashlights. You have a headset with the flashlight on it, so you don't have to hold a flashlight.
Honestly, I think Allison should probably be at the command console because she does have 3 computers.
Right. Yeah, he's looking at like 4 different computers going, and he's like, well, I don't know. Mycroft, what's your computer use? How good are you? Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and do that for him.
Well, no, as I said, I mean, okay, I was thinking that you're the one that's got the. Yes, I mean
You guys can
Yeah,
pair
but,
up.
like,
You guys can.
I can
you two pair
I
up,
can teach them how to do things. But I have to
I'm
monitor
doing scouting.
the computers and the commands and everything like that. So
All right. So then I
You
would
said
say
we also have night vision goggles or something like that.
yes, we do.
Yep. So Zach, well, not night vision goggles per se. You have like little tiny flashlights that can zero in. Unless you want to say that somehow you guys acquired night vision goggles.
I mean, they're not impossible to get.
I mean, after all, I do have connections with the black market.
But I mean, we're not
Seriously?
getting military
Yes,
version night vision goggles, are we?
I have a 3 in in the streetwise black market.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god! Wow.
wow.
Wow. You
Yeah,
guys
we're not the best people.
clearly not. Are you guys crooks?
I mean, I did.
No, I just
the
needed to get in
people
and
who
out of
served
locked doors
me
regularly.
alcohol and drugs.
I
were
just
crooks,
know
but
some
that's
people.
not here.
I just know people.
He knows the Sicilian grandfather.
Are you guys the bad guys? What the hell? Bad
Well,
guys
then-
are like,
World of Darkness.
Look,
Hey,
what-
just because you know people in the black market doesn't make you a bad guy.
what do we
looks-
got?
looks at it-
Two dirty students, a dirty professor, and a dirty cop?
Hey,
That what we got?
no,
This is the World of Darkness, after all. The world is shitty.
dirty in any way, shape, or form. Thank you. I had a shower.
That's right. They're not a dirty student. They're a dirty professor.
Okay.
No, she was over 21.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. All right. So Zach and Jeffrey both have cameras with night vision set up on them. We're gonna give you guys night vision goggles too. How well they will work, we don't know because they are somewhat electrical. And who's gonna carry an EMF reader while the other person carries a microphone? Zach, you're gonna carry the EMF reader. I say, Zach will be EMF reader, and Jeffrey could do the microphone.
Fair enough to me.
And then Mycroft and Alicent will mine the command center.
Yes.
All right.
The shops when this place was abandoned. Are we talking abandoned as in the shops have been abandoned, or as in never filled, or everybody cleared out?
Oh no! They were filled, but when it was cleared out, they left some stuff behind.
Well, I was going to say. So, okay, thank you.
All right. I say for right now, if we can go about another hour, let's take a 5-minute break, use the restroom, grab something to drink, and we will fulfill another part of this adventure.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Mummy.
All right, here we go. Let's go on a hold. We'll be back, everybody, in like 5. We'll give it about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll be right back.
Yep.
shadows creep. Vampires thirst for the crimson feast. Werewolves howl in the midnight prowl. No peace, no rest in the beasting dial. Casting spells under moon's blue light. Hunters stalking through the endless night. Changelings whisper secret dreams. In a world of shadows, nothing is as it seems. Living in the darkness where the monsters roam. Veil of shadows where the lost find home. Creatures of the night standing side by side. In a world of darkness, nowhere to hide. Prometheus, soul-seeking lost humanity. Chased, wandering, searching for the sanity. Mortals blind to the wars unseen. In this twisted world, what does it mean? Haunted streets where the echoes call. Sinister laughter echoing through the hall. Ancient whispers, secrets in the wind. Out here, brother, you never win. Living in the darkness where the monsters roam. Veil of shadows where the lost find home. Creatures of the night standing side by side. In a world of darkness, nowhere to hide.
Right, she wasn't in the first series.
And we are back. Okay, and we're back. And in different positions, but that's okay. Alright, here we go. Alright. Alright, so Alicent and Mycroft are mining the computers while we have Jeffrey and Zach that is going to be going. Yep. So you guys are already, like, as soon as you guys set up, not even 30 minutes after you guys went dark. It's roughly after 9:30. You notice, Zach, you're carrying the EMF reader. So you notice that the EMF reader is actually going off when you point it in a direction. And and as you walk a little bit from the center of the atrium, like the center part of the mall, down to closer to the A section A of the mall, which, you know, houses quite a bit of stores. Actually, it has down that way is from the map, from what you can remember, it has a sporting goods section, security store, candy store, a few of the stores were empty and had nothing listed. And then there's even a bookstore, a video store, a vitamin company store, a gaming store, and a fabric store. Just all like a bunch of stuff. And the closer you walk, the more that it's going off. Real quick, though, I do need you to give me an intelligence academic roll.
Would all of a sudden my danger sense go off either?
Not at this time.
The intelligence and academic roll.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. What die is it?
It's a D10 and it's multiple. So how many dots do you have in intelligence?
3.
And how many dots do you have in academics?
1. So 4.
All right, so four D10s. 7 to 9s are successes. 10s are successes with the option to, with the ability to roll again, and then 6 and below are all failures. 1 is a fumble that actually counts against one of your successes. So to get rid of the fumble off your page, you have to take away your successes. Without a success, you actually suffer a great ordeal of a fumble, which could be catastrophic to your character.
That's not fun.
All right, roll. Give me 4 D10 rolls.
9, 10, 9, 2, 5.
All right, so you got 2 successes. Roll the 10 again.
9.
All right, so 3 successes. So you actually come up with 3 possibilities. You have 3 clues of why the EMF reader is going off. From what you can see, there's also a hair in their salon. There is also, from the looks of it, that might be the only one that could cause the EMF reader to go off, because the salon actually has those electrical hair dryers that are still possibly in there. So you have 3 clues. You could have exposed wiring. The solar panel generators are actually putting off more electromagnetic field than you would believe, which could cause a false reading, or something paranormal is existing down Section A of the mall.
So either something paranormal, the hair dryers, or what was the second
The solar
option?
panels.
The solar panels.
So do you relay this information to Mycroft and Alicent?
Probably hit the use the walkie-talkies to do so.
Okay, I know this is going to seem kind of unorthodox, especially with your skeptical attitude, but check out the section that could be paranormal. Confirm it isn't, and circle back around to here when you find out. Okay?
Well, if anything, wouldn't it be more appropriate to possibly check out and make sure that nothing is electronic is on, so that we could eliminate the possibility, then go to the
That would have
impossible?
automatically been done.
Yeah, we can check it at the command control console, I imagine.
I know, that's what I'm saying, is when I go in and check the hair dryers and also
I'm saying my character can probably figure out, like, checking the power levels around the mall, figuring out where it's coming from. Isn't that what you were saying there, Tabletop?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well then I will then go and check try the supernatural route then.
Oh, either or you can just go down Section A and see where it leads you.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. I think it's how you said it. No, I'm just kidding. Give me just a hot
Doth
second.
my
here.
English offend ye?
That's not it. Oh Lord, where is it? Oh, here we go. There we go. Tabletop vision. Boy, I think my kids are fighting. All right. Woo! Oh, look at that. Oh, I love this 360-degree view.
Nice.
Yeah, I love my new setup. All right. All right, so the center section of the mall is like right around here. This is like all this white space is the center section as you guys are actually coming closer to the fabric store, the gaming store. Now, the gaming store is not your video game store. You guys got to remember, this mall was around in the 80s and 90s. The most that might have, if it's like a video game store, is generally like Super Nintendo. That's the most. I think before 95. I don't think the Super Nintendo came out until 95.
No, the
Please-
Super Nintendo came out in, I think, the 92, 93.
Please tell me. Please tell me it's got the words Games Workshop over it.
Super Nintendo release date was 1991. So if it was something
Okay.
like that, but no, this is your tabletop store. This is a store that sells board games and even dice games, and was probably one of the original stores that actually housed Dungeons and Dragons from TSR when they were first released.
It also has, what's it called, Rogue Trader? What was the original version of Warhammer 40,000 called?
Road Trader was the original for 40K.
Yeah, they probably have like a hand-me-down second or third party copy of Rogue Trader that they have on the
They've
shelf or
got-
something.
RuneQuest. They've got HeroQuest.
Nephilim, World
Okay,
of Darkness.
Okay, right. No.
There was video game stores actually back in the 90s.
Yeah.
One is called Funkoland, which started up in 88 but shut down in 2000.
Yes. I remember
Maybe
that. I had
there's
that.
like Palladium books on the shelves.
All right,
Some
Zach needs to give
Robocop.
me a wits investigation, and the EMF meter gives you 2 additional dice to that roll.
Oh, scratch that. Funkoland merged with another to become GameStop. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Wits investigation, and add 2 additional dice to your dice pool,
Yeah.
given that you're carrying the EMF reader.
The players need to make willpower rolls not to jump into the universe and go and raid the game store.
I
Oh
was
my
there,
God.
Elrond, 3,000 years ago.
I was there at the dawn of the third age of gaming.
Okay, let's have Chris make this roll.
You said you need me to do what roll again?
Wits
Wits.
plus investigation, and add 2 additional dice to your dice pool.
So I already got 2 dice for wits, 1 dice for investigation, and then you said an additional 2.
Yes.
So 5 die altogether, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 8, 9, 6, 2, 3.
All right, that's 2 successes. So, you actually make it to the video store. Now, in the video store is old VHS tapes. Most of the movies are from the 80s and possibly early 91. The EMF meter is going off like crazy the more you actually go through this doorway right here. And as you
Would
enter
there
the
be-
video store.
So there'd be VHS, and also possibly some. What was it? What was VHS's competitor?
Betamax.
Yes,
Yes.
Laserdisc?
that too, possibly.
So you go in and you see a video of Ghostbusters
So-
playing.
With this success, you know for a fact it's not the solar panel generators because the signal is too strong in the video store and you're too far away for it to actually be still spiking the way it is and for that to interfere with it. So it's not the equipment in the center atrium. That's one thing you know. You're beginning to check around. You begin looking very carefully as you're looking for a fuse box. You do come across the fuse box. There is no exposed wiring in the fuse box whatsoever.
Would I then open up the fuse box to see if anything is switched on?
Yes, and it's all turned off.
Okay, guys. There's nothing turned on in the store here, so the EMF is going off for another reason.
Check any. Okay, leave the voice recorder out and go from there. Come back to us, and we'll check back on the voice recorder in about an hour. Okay?
Are you sure you're reading that thing correctly?
Would you like to check yourself?
Sounds like a good idea. Be there.
Okay.
It's always good to double check your sources, gentlemen.
All right. Well, before you guys leave, unfortunately, I get to
Fortunately.
make a roll. Unfortunately for you, I get to make a roll. 2-2. All right. For everyone in the video store, you guys need to make me a resolve composure roll.
When would my danger sense ever kick in?
Probably at this point.
So would I roll that
composure
with
what roll?
resolve? Would I roll that with resolve and composure too?
Possibly. So I would say yes. I mean, you're kind of not really in any immediate danger, but I will give it to you for resolving composure, and you get a +2 modifier for it. So that means you get 2 additional dice.
Because I got 3 in danger sense.
All right. How do you got 3? Danger sense is only
Because-
2 dice. It's only 2 dots. That's the minute in.
Hey, I got approvable by you, so.
Yeah, I
So,
think
I mean,
there was a mistake on that one. So you're gonna have to remove one of those dots because that's min max.
Oh, then I
how,
would
many
have to
dots,
move that.
how many dots do you have?
1, 2,
like,
3,
all
4,
used all the way
5,
up?
6, 7, 8. I have 8 dots.
Oh, you're only supposed to have 7. So you can
Oh,
remove
thank
one. Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, that was probably just a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And I have a total of 7. Want me to roll 7 dice or 9 dice?
for what?
Resolve, composure, and then
Oh.
danger sense.
Okay, yep, go right ahead. Roll your resolve composure and then 2 for danger sense.
Okay. So then
So
7D what?
I
That
got 9, 10. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
70. That'd be 7d10 or 9d10, however you roll that.
So I got 9, 10, 8, 10, 8, 1.
Oh,
How many
nice.
successes is that?
Well, it would be 4 successes because one
Okay.
of them would be knocked out because of the 1.
All right, fair enough.
Well, you've got a 10
I
there as
got
well.
10,
which
10,
you
8,
reroll.
6, 4, 3, 1.
Okay, so I think that. But so you've both got. So each of you loses one of those 10. I think each of you gets a reroll. I think you've each got 1 10 left after.
Yeah, yep. I was about to say out of the
Okay.
2 10. So Tails, out of the 2 10s, you get 2 reroll. You get 2 rerolls. For every 10, you guys get a reroll. And I messed that
Just
up.
do 2D10 or.
No, do 2 more d10s.
Okay. Yep, I got 3 and 3.
No, okay,
I got
those are
4 and
failures.
3.
All right, those are all failures. So each of you guys did get. You got 3 successes, 4 successes. Okay, so you guys aren't. Okay, so that's not so bad. You guys actually did a really good roll on that one. All right. However, those who are watching the video monitors, you guys have noticed a wisp of light keeps going across the night vision, keeps going back and forth on the night vision cameras.
A glowing white orb.
You guys don't see it; they see it.
What?
I know. I'm just saying a glowing misty orb.
Yes.
Do you see that, Miss Blackwell? Am I seeing things?
No, that's something really weird. Guys, go back there. See if you can touch that again.
Did you say what again?
You're not are you seeing anything unusual? We're seeing some sort of light going across your cameras.
Yeah,
The
we
only
need
thing
you to go back
I'm-
there again and see if we can catch that again on camera.
The only thing I'm seeing is a dark video store and this thing going nuts.
Oh well,
Ben,
you notice
I'm here with
through,
him.
as you guys look through your cameras, you guys notice the white orb is like sitting right in front of you.
Oh,
Guys, you better get back here.
In front of who?
Is it in front of us or is it in front of them?
No, it's in front of them.
Okay, I was
Give
gonna
me a sec.
say.
All you guys are seeing is the white orb is finally standing still on camera.
So they're seeing the orbs standing in front of us, or
Yep.
are...
No.
Okay.
They're seeing the orb sitting in front of you. You're looking through the camera and you see it. Do you remove the camera to look with your own eyes?
Do you?
Okay.
Do you? Yeah. So as you put the camera down and look with the flashlight, you see a small boy of blonde hair, bullet holes from head to toe, bleeding out, reaching out for you. But you don't freak out.
Yeah, that's not normal. Who are you?
The boy makes no sound.
Who's who?
Do I have a pen and paper? Do I have a pencil and paper on me?
You do.
Like a notepad?
Yeah, I would
I'll
say
take
you
it
do.
out. I'll take it out and I'll put it on the ground and then put it on the ground in front of the boy and then step back.
As you relook again, and if Jeffrey's staring the whole time, he didn't notice, but the boy blinked out of existence.
I take a drag off my smoke and I just blow it, and I'm just like, they're good. You can't find the projectors.
What's happening, guys?
Either where we have a nice prank pulled on us, or yeah, it was probably a nice prank.
What?
Probably just some funky light show, some camera technology.
Yes,
do you
but
guys
what?
do you guys describe the features of the boy?
Well, obviously, we have some kid that appeared here, and he was, well, almost looked like he was made of Swiss cheese because he was full of bullet holes.
Alicent needs to roll me intelligence plus academics and add 4 dice to your dice pool for a research roll. Using
Okay.
the computer internet.
So what was that again? It was what again?
It was a boy. Very.
No. What I need to roll again? I forgot.
Okay.
the
Intelligence plus academics, and then add 4 dice to your dice pool.
Okay. Intelligence plus academics. Okay. That's 4, and then so 8 dice total.
Mm-hmm.
That's one better than me.
Okay, reroll.
Smart students.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3 successes, but one of them is a 1, so it's 2 successes.
All right, that's good enough.
Actually, it's actually 3 because I got a 10, a 9, and 8, and another 9, so it's 3 successes total.
Okay. So they described that the boy was full of bullet holes from head to toe. He had blonde hair, blue eyes, and was Caucasian. Approximately, I don't know what you small boy, so you probably would discern that he's around the age of 10. You begin researching that description as soon as they described it about a boy in the video store, and you actually ended up finding an article that is called "The Video Store Shootout of 1984 at the Super Mart Mall." And the article reads as thus: a shootout began of teens attempting to steal VHS tapes out of a video store in the Super Mart Mall. Many were injured, but one boy was killed, a boy roughly of the age of 10 years old, as he took over 8 bullets to the body, multiple in the arms, legs, and chest. The child bled out before paramedics were able to reach him. He was presumed dead upon arrival.
American.
Guys, I don't think that was special effects. That kid was real. And he did die.
Well, I mean, it's easy enough to do research and find out some history and then come up with something.
There's many ways to make mockeries and hoaxes.
Yes, but hoaxes and mockeries in real time are a separate matter.
I'll leave the pen and paper where it was, and then I will start looking around the store to see if I could find any projectors.
All right.
I join in with the search.
All right. So as you guys begin looking around, the hardest part about looking at night is that the mall doesn't have any general power, so it's hard to see even with the flashlights you guys do have. At this time, you guys actually do not see any projectors within the general vicinity, and your guys' watch begin going off, knowing that going off. What your alarm means is it signals that it is currently 6 a.m. and that the haunting hours are currently over.
Bloody hell, that took time went quickly. Basically, Alison, in your experience, do ghosts or whatever they are normally show up on cameras?
They do, yes.
So what we have here is something which only appears to the human eye for what it is, but apparently all it affects on cameras is some sort of
orb.
Glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of anything like that before?
Oh, tons. I used to go ghost hunting when I was a teenager, which honestly was not long ago. But I used to go with ghost hunting groups all over the U.S., especially when I was with my dad. And they every time we spotted a apparition, it would only play back on camera rolls or video cameras as an orb.
So,
of course, the important thing to remember is a lot of the times that happened, it often was that the orbs were actually dust on the cameras. But this is different.
So the apparition, let's just use the word ghost because we all know what we mean by that, whether we accept it as supernatural or not. They did not appear on camera, so they affected the cameras. Is there I don't know. We may be too modern technology here. Are there security cameras in the mall?
There actually I don't think
Probably.
Well, in the early 90s, there wasn't a lot of tech back then.
Okay.
There was cameras up in starting in the 70s, I think.
More to the point, what I'm after, they might have been cameras which did not store digitally, which actually used this thing called film.
Hmm?
And I'm wondering if something will be captured on film that would not be captured on an electronic media that would affect the electronics, because it sounds like an electronic effect.
So you want to play it back, double check the negative, and look for any anomalies.
Yes, this is what I'm thinking. It's exactly if there's something, or if there's a photography shop in the mall which still has movie cameras or even still cameras and a supply of viable film and the facilities to develop it.
Well, you are in luck. Actually, there's actually a movie theater in this mall.
Yeah, but I want
wouldn't that be film theater unless you can somehow get a projector in there?
No. What I'm after is a camera, still or moving, which uses film, which captures light, which you then develop the film, i.e. old style, where you capture images rather than capture electric. Because it looks to me, this looks a little bit like electronic electronic interference. I don't really remember. I'm not that old, but I do remember film cameras. You used to get because you. I mean, you guys, even you guys, you must have seen those pictures where you got. Have any of you seen supposed pictures by? I think it was Arthur Conan Doyle. Supposedly had photos of fairies at the bottom of the garden. They now think that they were fakes. They were double exposures. There may be things that would have been caught on film that will not be caught on electrics. I'm just wondering. But that would
You also have to remember that some of the cameras, especially in the earlier parts of the 20th century, used silver-backed lenses or something like that. Silver-backed film.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, I'm wondering if we had access to film rather than electronic capture, they might show things electronic capture doesn't, because film works the same way as film is similar to the human eye, if I remember correctly.
I mean, nothing would have been picked up by the security cameras, anyways, if the security cameras weren't turned on.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we didn't have tape cassettes to be recorded on.
Yeah, this is what
I would like Mycroft to give me, because you know what, this just perked my interest a little bit. I would like to see if Mycroft could remember this, being a history person, intelligence plus composure roll and eidetic memory to remember something about security cameras in the early 90s.
Intelligence plus composure plus eidetic. Right, that's 7. Okay. Let's try being on the right one. Come on, open the right windows. Thank you. For Pete's sake. Right. That. Sorry. What's the success?
7, 8, 9, or 10.
7, 8, or 9 or 10.
Okay, that's 3. That's 3 successes. 9, 9, 8, 6, 6, 5, 5.
All right, 3 successes. You remember that all security tapes footage for major businesses, including malls, are actually stored in the security offices. Depending on which section you're trying to review, you'd have to go to that exact security office in that location if there is one. And there is, according to the mall map, there is a security office in Section A. And if there's any cameras or CCTV that was just freshly installed before closing, it would be in that office with any recording tapes of any potential paranormal activities leading up to the closure of the mall, which means you would get all security cameras, anything happening at night. You would get almost 24-hour watch for each year.
Okay, definitely might be worth investigating. Guys, there's a security office on the map, isn't there?
Yep, it's near the entrance where you came in at.
They would probably have the stored video footage. Interesting question would be if we can actually also get those cameras working again. Obviously, we're not going to. Obviously, what our friends here just saw or didn't see is not going to be recorded there. But there might.
Well,
we might get them going again. Yes.
Is 3 computers even applicable to fixing up those cameras and making them work again, or is that something else skill-wise?
Actually, you could probably pull it off. Like, How sure for something like that, you would know how to hook up old tech. I'm assuming you would know how to, since you're the tech expert, that your character would know how to hook up old technology.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I would say with a successful intelligence plus computers roll, you could do it.
Awesome. I'll do that then.
All right. So you guys actually go to who is everyone going to the security office?
Yes.
All right. So
I
as
guess.
you guys go to the
Yes,
security
sir.
offices. The door is unlocked as you're entering.
Okay, this is weird. Why is this unlocked?
Why would it need to be locked?
If the exterior doors were locked, it probably wouldn't. It's a good thing that maybe why would it need to be locked if the exterior doors are already locked? But
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Never mind. Ignore
but
my
I would say,
example.
but I would say legit question though. I would argue legit.
My answer to that question would be it's a security office.
So you
Well,
guys,
it's unlocked, not locked. That's why I was
Right.
wondering.
Right.
so as you guys
Just to
open
look
the
like
door, you guys see dust littering the whole area. If any of you guys are allergic to dust, you guys are gonna have a hell of a problem going through this.
Do you want me to roll it? Do you want to roll a die to find out if Alicent is actually allergic to dust?
No, but I would like each of you guys to all make a strength stamina roll, please, because you guys have actually stayed
Okay.
up for over 24 hours.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Strength stamina. Okay.
Yep.
And probably natural immunity wouldn't play into this if it's.
I got no successes.
Only if you're sick. You're not sick.
I got 1 success and a 1, so no successes for me.
Oh wow.
I got 9, 6, 4, and 1.
Oh, you got no successes either. Here's where the dice starts failing everybody throughout the night.
Can I add my composure into it, maybe?
No.
Damn it.
Oh, you're gonna
Oh.
black out on me, huh?
Oh no, he's not asleep. He's not asleep. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys pass out.
Oh, I was going to say,
Yes.
wait. I was going wait.
It ain't that serious of a roll. All right. What did Zach get?
Hold on.
Hold on,
That's
I'm working on it right now.
Okay. What did Mycroft get?
6532. That's why I was snoring. That's
Oh
interesting.
no, you got no successes either. Okay, awesome.
No. That's interesting. I'm just noticing it's.
And I got 3, 10, 8, 7, 5, 5, and an 8 for a re-roll.
Why is that
So,
highlighted as 6?
If I remember correctly, that's 3 successes for you. So you're okay. All right. Everybody else has to make 2 checks on their willpower. You guys lose 2 willpower points each.
Oh boy. Hold on. So we lose the willpower. So this is temporary willpower we lose. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime you lose willpower, it's always temporary. You can get that back
Yeah.
at a later time, but I will tell you when that comes back. Right now, you guys are kind of like losing your grip on reality a little bit.
Guys, and lady, I think we need to get back to some sleep before we do anything
Let's go.
else.
We're going to the cops. Let's go.
Oh
So as you guys
You bring a
search the security office, you guys find
no!
a desk full of tapes. A
Huh,
whole
what was that? You say
dresser
something?
Desk, yep. A whole. Wow. Okay. You guys find a whole desk full of tapes, desk drawer, and you guys find a TV that you guys can hook up to the power generators on the second floor, and you guys carry all that stuff up there. It does take you guys a little bit and probably multiple trips as everything's heavy, and some of you guys are super tired, but you guys actually get everything back. By the way, Witch King, you need to roll me an intelligence plus computers roll to see if you can hook this up to one of your computers up to that and begin running the tapes through the VCRs as well. There is a VCR.
Can I add my hacking? Can I add my hacking specialty to it?
No, you cannot. That's not this.
Damn it. Okay. I have to find some way to bounce off this. Okay, 60-10. Let's do this.
All right. You have no penalties, so you should be good.
Oh, nice. So another D10. Okay, so it's one success. Or is it two successes if I get a 10 and then I roll a 5?
No, that's
Well,
only one success. If you get one success and that's a 10 and you roll again and it's 5, that's a failure. But it's still a success for
Okay.
that one. So how many successes did you get?
I got a 10, a 9, an 8, a 5, a 4, and a 1, so I was subtracting 1, so I have 2 successes, right?
Yep. So you managed
cool.
to you actually managed to splice some wires, and you actually made the VCR work with the TV, and you got the TV powered up, and you don't even have to hook it up to your computer, but you used it in a sense to hook up to one of your cameras, so that way you can also record straight to your computer what's on the videotapes.
Nice.
All right, so but you
I'm gonna
begin.
set this up to rewind their data and send it to my computer when we sleep.
All right, so
Yes.
So you get the first tape has there's 4 tapes for each day, and one day you actually have was timestamped for like 1990s, and you're going through it and you've got it recording and you got it you kind of swap it in and out. You're not really seeing anything as you're doing that, but I'm imagining you guys are taking naps throughout the day. You're not sleeping super hardcore because you're trying to investigate this situation.
I would suggest, ladies and gentlemen, since we're going to be here for 13 days, we do try to arrange so that we can actually get proper sleep, especially because we are used to doing it the other way round. Our bodies are used to sleeping at night, and if we're going to be trying to shift into night shift, I've done night shifts.
Bold of you to assume a detective works during the day.
Well, I guess it's true, detective. I mean, you in fact, you've probably got more experience of this than I have. So, with changing shift and the rest of it, so you actually might be better than the rest of us. But I would still suggest that we try, if we can, to get proper sleep. Let our bodies adjust, get proper sleep, rather than just waking up, doing something, and going back to sleep. Because if we're going to be here for the best part of a fortnight.
Yep. We're gonna have to set up alternating shifts. Someone being up during the day to check on the tech and cook, maybe, and we'll alternate sleeping during the day, sleeping during the night.
So while the main tech person, while Allison is sleeping, who is going to be checking on the camera footage to see what is being recorded or what is being recovered? What is being seen.
Do the first shift.
Well, I think I should probably do the first shift since I'm the only one that survived.
Because you guys have to alternate the tapes out to see what was recorded before it becomes night again. Because nighttime, as ghost hunters, you guys would know, nighttime is where you do your business. That's when you do it. So during the day, if you're investigating the background or anything major on the mall, like that would take hours, you would do that during the day.
So, yeah, it's probably best if I start out first since I'm the only one that's alert and awake, and the rest of you are tired.
All right.
Yep, you do it then.
So, Zach, as they're going through the cameras, you begin noticing that Allison has a saved file folder where everything is going to, and you begin reviewing the footage. Each one has about 6 to 8 hours of footage on it.
Oh, joy.
So you pull it up,
luckily there's a fast forward.
Yep. So you pull it up and you hit fast forward. And then do you click it again? Because you're seeing a black screen.
I just continue letting fast forward until an image pops up.
Well, you just burned through 8 hours. The tapes are the first tape is completely blank.
Okay, then I move on to the next tape.
And you do the same thing. As it's recording, you're not seeing anything on the TV screen either. You're not seeing anything on the computer. It looks like, as you're going through each tape and you spend hours doing it, each tape is blank.
That's unusual.
Give me Chris. Zach's gonna give me. I have a roll for you. Give me a
Check.
wits. Give me a wits composure roll.
Okay. Excuse me.
Check
And none of it is a success because I got an 8, but I got a 1, so that knocked it out, and the rest of them were were lows.
Check the. Sorry, when I wake up.
If you like, you can burn one. Hang on 1 second. You guys are not awake yet. You're all still asleep, minus Zach.
Okay.
We're gonna have a regular
You're
game
still
of argument.
asleep.
Exactly. We're gonna have a regular argument. You all are still asleep, except for you, Zach.
Okay.
Do you want to burn a willpower to see if you can gain a luck dice for at least a basic success?
No, I'm not going to.
All right. The only thing you haven't been able to find any, but you've been trying to look. You can't find any cameras anywhere at all.
So I walk around the mall in the daytime and just kind of stay in the halls at least and look for cameras.
Mm-hmm. And there is none. There's none in the shops, none in the video store.
None of those black domes that they sometimes
Nope.
have the cameras hidden in.
Nope.
That's unusual.
At least none that you can see.
Well, I mean, after doing a quick look around, I go back to the group, and I wake up.
Millicent?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you begin,
What's going on?
Allison is not awake yet.
Okay, damn it.
All right. As you begin going back to the group, you hear a voice. Zach. It sounds like a ghostly howl, yelling your name, Zach.
I will stop and I will turn around and look to see if I can see the source of the voice. Obviously.
You turn around and you don't see where it's coming from, but it sounds like it's coming from all over.
Okay. Well.
And as you continue back to the center, you keep hearing the voice again. And then you hear the words, "You abandoned me. You abandoned me." And you turn to look away from the center, and you see the ghostly face of your sister as you wake up and realize that you fell asleep in front of the camera station. You got a little drool on your mouth.
That's not going to be terrifying.
Someone get his sleep paralysis demon some money. That demon is cooking.
You must have just passed out, but you see that the computer's still fast forwarding, and you're on the third tape, and it's all still black screen. It's all blank.
Well, then what I'm going to do is I will wake up Allison and...
All right.
Alicent. Thank you.
And give her the chance to do her turn at it all. And I'm going to try and get some sleep if I can.
All right. Allison, you wake up and you do your shift. It is almost nighttime. It's like early, like afternoon, like 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you go through the footage yourself, and you notice that all the tapes are blank.
What the hell? I'm gonna go back into the storage of the computer, check everything twice, see if there's any extra copies laying around. I'm just panicking. Like, this is not good.
Give me a wits composure roll.
Okay. Wits composure. That is 5 dice. Okay, roll another d10. Okay, 1 success.
One success. You find one camera. One camera that looks like it was hiding in a corner just in the center atrium. And you kind of like go up to the camera and you notice there's not a single wire going into the wall at all. Which to your mind comes to it's a decoy.
Okay, I'm gonna be checking every other camera, seeing if all of them are decoys, and then gathering all the data and information and tell it to everyone when they wake up.
You spend a good hour. You do find multiple cameras. You found out where, that what Zach failed at. You're succeeding at. You're finding cameras, but you're finding at least what looks like a camera, but then no wires going into it. But you need to give me an intelligence plus composure roll real quick to remember something that you know about decoy cameras.
Okay. 60-10. That's 2 successes.
All right. So the first decoy camera that was released to the public was actually early 2013.
Okay. Something's up.
Now, do you see the problem?
Yes.
The mall closed before 1995. Why would they need decoy cameras that was not released before 2013?
I'm going to sit on this information until everyone is awake and then tell them in the meeting.
All right. Well, as it's getting late, everyone's if there's another shift going on, you do wake up the next person for the next shift, but there's nothing on the tapes. None of the tapes are all blinks. You do uncover that. It takes you some time, but we'll just say the shifts are pretty much, you guys go through the shifts, and it's time for you guys to get up for the next night. And before
Alice,
you have a meeting with everybody.
Alison,
What's up?
when Harry told us this, did you actually see if there was a feed coming from anywhere? When you brought up
it turns out that all of the cameras are decoys. And decoy cameras didn't come out until 2013. I remember that because I was young then.
Okay, what I'm saying, okay, I get that. I get that all the cameras that we can see are decoys and etc. etc. When you got the system back, how far did you go to get the system back online?
How far did I go to do that?
How
Well, there's no system to bring back online.
Okay, there was no system to bring back online. That's the issue.
So there's a security office.
The security cameras are all fakes. There is a manufacturer number on them of when the fakes were generated, and the fakes were generated, and one of the earliest versions of a fake camera being used in public places was not recorded until after 2012. They were manufactured between 2010 to 2012 and then released out for people to use to try and cut down on theft without actually spending the money. The only issue with that is this mall's been closed since before 95.
So someone's been in here and put fake cameras in for some reason. So what was the TV screen in the security office connected up to?
Nothing. Just the wall.
So it's a TV screen.
That's it. Hooked to a fake VCR. I mean, the VCR is real, just the VCR is not hooked to anything. So if Allison literally spent time going through there, she would notice that the cords were all unplugged.
I did go through there. Everything was unplugged. Nothing is powered. I have no idea how this is happening.
Why am I getting the feeling we're on a film set?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised about that, honestly, but I don't know why the boss man wanted us to come here and see if there were ghosts, if that's the case.
Well, you guys have only been investigating for one of the 13 nights, so you would probably need to get more information.
Yeah, but we've got yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, I
station of reality TV. I swear.
Yeah, but from all that we can see, no one's been here for years.
Yes.
Is that correct? Tabletop, is that correct?
Yes. No one. The last shop closed before 95. So nobody's been here for 30 years.
We know the kids have been in here because they disappeared in the 2000s, didn't they?
Well, hang on. Zach just said something.
Sorry?
Not Zach.
I said, or so we've been told.
Oh, Jeffrey. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, what I'm saying is those kids broke in after the mall was closed, did they not?
Yes, they did.
I just turned to her and asked, did you look for fingerprints or like footsteps, anything like the disturbance of the dust before you grabbed that camera?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, you didn't find any. The cameras have been sitting there as long as the mall's been closed.
Tale as old as time. A song as old as rhyme.
Which means the cameras
Beauty and the
existed.
Beast.
Which means the cameras existed 8 years or more before they actually existed.
Right. So, okay. I have watched far too many science fiction films. So either this thing has somehow shifted in time, or much more likely, someone has been in here after these cameras were manufactured and set this thing up to look like it had security in it.
Okay, out of curiosity, for just out of character reasons, are there any cogs or gears grinding anywhere?
There's not.
I still think it's the God Machine.
Okay, so, okay. How long, Alison? Do we know how long Mr. Darkman has actually owned this place?
How long has he owned this place, Tabletop?
You do not know.
He never told us.
Is there any way to do some research and find out? Because because you should be able to find out property purchases and stuff like that.
Well, because
let's do that.
Yeah, because it occurs to me that this this makes perfect sense. Well, a sort of sense. We know. So when did those kids break in here and disappear in here?
2001.
Right. Okay. So our timeline goes. The place is closed down. Somewhere around a decade later, these kids break in and disappear. But somewhere a decade after that, apparently, these cameras are manufactured and become available. Now, maybe, as a possibility, whoever owned this at the time, or someone who had access and was using this or had access to this at the time, owned it or not, wanted to make it look like it did have CCTV. Mm-hmm. One way to doing that, so a possible scenario. God, it's like taking evidence. It is. Some of you attending some of my lectures, you know how history works or how our historical studies work. One possible theory that that would fit the facts is that someone owns the mall. It's not being officially being used. They install fake CCTV cameras to make it look like the mall has CCTV cameras in it as a deterrent to what? To people breaking in?
To keep people from breaking in. It's a very possibility.
Yeah.
Nothing supernatural here or paranormal here. It just maybe Darkman installed them sometime later after the disappearances because he is trying to reopen the mall. If more people keep disappearing, it would hurt the sales. And right now the property value and the sales are already going to be hurt even if he does reopen, given the rumors that are already around here. So
did anybody notice when we came in if there was signs saying protected by such and such security?
It did not.
We did not.
You guys did not notice any signs.
Roll on that eidetic memory of yours, bro.
I'm gonna say you guys get to have that as a freebie.
Okay. Well, that kind of is a contraindication to the deterrent plan because it's not a deterrent if no one knows about it. Do you have? Are you supposed to be keeping in contact with Mr. Darkman, Alison?
No, he said I could call him any time, I think, but
he told you to contact him after 13 nights. Specifically.
Okay, he said to contact us after 13 nights, specifically, not anytime sooner.
Okay.
Why 13 nights specifically?
There's no need to report. Well, that and there's no need to report anything until there's something to report. You guys had one ghost sighting. No, granted, the only thing you guys have found so far. Let me, as the GM, review the clues what your characters are going to memorize. What have you found? You found a fake CCTV camera setup with fake VCR and cameras, which could have been installed sometime after the mall closed to protect people and protect assets of the property. Right now, if any of you guys have any sense of business, if any of your characters do, it would be common knowledge, given the fact that you guys are also very well educated people, including the detective. I will allow this as just general knowledge. If any more disappearances or any more news pops up, this property cannot open. It cannot physically be opened. The fact that Darkman wants to reopen this is actually an unrealistic sense right now. That is where you guys come in to debunk that there is no such thing as ghosts in this area. Like this was a hoax. Those missing teens were runaways. They're hoping that you guys find evidence. His hope, from what your characters can extrapolate, is that maybe he's just hoping to find evidence of this. Now, he didn't tell you that he made additions or changes to the mall, so that's a good possibility. Nothing paranormal or supernatural about it. He just made some additions to protect his assets because this property is his asset that he's losing money on.
Depends how long he's owned it, I suppose. But yes, fair point.
Well, the mall's been around since the mall was around in the 80s and the 90s. You'd have to get the mall's original construction date, which you couldn't find on a research roll. Let me see if
I'm not so much interested. I'm just thinking who put the fake cameras in. We know they must have been put in sometime after 2012.
But
so,
let me ask you a question: Is the fake cameras really that big of a deal? Would that deter your characters away from the investigation?
No.
But it's just use. It just
weird
information. It's just something. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, is this something that Darkman might have done, or is it something that the previous owner might have done? That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's all a possibility, but it should not affect your guys' investigation. Your characters are suddenly coming to a realization, though, at this moment. Like, your head is kind of foggy. Like, you thought you were talking about something, but you don't remember talking about the cameras now.
Well, I was going to ask is to do a research role, would that be a combination of academic and investigation as well as intelligence?
Actually, hang on one second. What depends? What are you researching, real quick? Are you gonna research?
Well, I wanted to. I wanted.
Mall?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the construction date, and possibly what came before, what was here before.
Okay. For the sake of argument, I'm gonna say you guys all of a sudden forgot what you were talking about and realized that it's about time to do your second night of investigating.
Okay, right. In that case, player question:
Yep.
if we look around, do we happen to see the cameras? Are the cameras still there? Have we just forgotten we were talking about them?
Oh no, you forgot to talk about them. You forgot about them indefinitely.
Right, you're trying to so out of character, you're trying to get us to forget something, huh?
Yeah, this is
as a GM, I'm not inclined to answer
Well,
that question.
Remember what?
I just put a smoke in my mouth and look around, and I'm just like brambling fucking amateurs. And I just walk out of the room and go to the next door.
What were we talking? No, you see, the thing is, right? Remember, we've done. Yeah, okay. I'm now getting bloody Cthulhu vibes here. Fine. If you want us to stop looking at these things, that's fine. But if it's something that we've just forgotten, it's something that we're going to notice, and I think, what the hell are we talking about?
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
it's something that might come back up again.
It's 9 o'clock at night. It's time for you guys to investigate the second night.
If it's something you don't want us to look at, throw a monster at it.
If it's something you don't,
or maybe it was something I wanted you to look at. Maybe I'm just playing into the actual story.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's fine.
So
As players, that's fine. But
we don't get a chance to roll to counter your amnesia effect.
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
so when someone
Because you don't think there's anything wrong yet. As time goes on, you'll discover that something is off.
So when we see this pile of tapes and next to the computer, we're going to go, oh, yeah, we're going to ignore that.
Your group's focus is the investigation. That's all you wanted to do.
Let's investigate.
Like I said, I'm moving on to another store.
Cheat.
Okay, right. Okay, in that case, I have to ask. We've only forgotten about the cameras, and presumably the whole everything relating to them. Yes.
You only forgot about the cameras. You did not forget about the tapes. You still have the tapes on a pile, but you're just not thinking anything about them right now. The tapes.
Right. No,
as ghost hunters, the tapes are not your concern. It's the investigation that's currently at hand.
well, okay. So no, that's okay. It's not a case we've forgotten. So we're not basically going to sort of start all over again, the same thing as we did last night. That's okay. Right. So right. So
Which is
Okay.
all part of the which all plays into the part of why you're truly here.
To die.
right. Okay.
No, not
So-
at all, actually.
That was out of character, by
What?
the way.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So okay.
Well,
So
he does want to kill us.
well, yeah, obviously he's Jim. So
I think for today, we should just stop right here.
Before
Okay.
we continue any more investigations.
I mean, unless you guys want to keep going, I could throw one more.
I mean, I got time.
I do
I'm
too.
up for either.
All right. Well, let's take literally 5 minutes. I have to use the restroom again because we've been playing for a little over an hour and 10 minutes. So I gotta use the restroom again because I've been drinking
Okay.
water. So, yep. Be back in 5.
Yep.
4, 3.
All right, this is it, guys. I'm gonna allow you guys one more chapter since you're so into this. It is the evening again, and you guys begin shutting everything down, and at the center of the mall. You
Right,
guys,
so
you guys do begin getting EMF readings as soon as Zach, if you guys are assuming the same rolls as last time, Zach, as soon as you pick up the EMF meter, it's literally going off in the direction of section A.
Great, that direction
again. I don't know if any of you, or particularly Miss Blackwell, if you've come across this theory before. One theory I am aware of for what ghosts are It's effectively psychic recordings. Something traumatic happens, such as, for example, a 10-year-old kid is shot dead in a robbery.
The
And
stone
that
tape.
leaves... Yes. That leaves psychic impressions literally in the stone. Or psychic impressions or whatever. That's a phrase
Yes.
often used. And you
It's like being in a
replay them.
theater, the real stuck on repeat, but for that one moment.
Yes. So that is one idea. So that what happens to that kid is. Do we? Did that news report tell us?
You see me pull my cigarette out a little bit for a second, like away from my face, looking at you big. Are you implying this child was shot in this mall and nobody wrote about it?
No. I'm just no. We know they wrote about it, detective. What I'm wondering is, I was going to say, do we know what time of day the crime happened? But obviously, actually, yes, do we? Because we don't know what time the shops closed here. Even back in the 90s, you may. I wasn't over here in the 90s. But
in the 90s, shops would stay open between 8 and 9 o'clock. This happened when businesses were still booming, which boom time would be between between 3 and 7.
Right? Do we know? Okay, and we saw him. Okay, well, you saw him at about. So, but basically, he was not killed at the same time of day as the ghost appeared. That's what I'm getting at.
No, there's no correlation with that at all.
Right, so it's not a case of it's just happening, played again and again, and just because there's someone there to see it, that's when they see it. I might suggest an empirical experiment. Somebody go back there again, but not at the same time. So see if whatever's triggering this, if it happens at the same time, or does it need someone there to trigger it? I'm not sure how we might go about that. We don't have remote cameras we can set up, do we? Do we? Okay.
Do we?
Well, you guys have night vision cameras, but not ones to like you can probably take one and mount it to a post, which Allison would know how to do that.
Yep.
Oh, and I did forget to release the name of the child. The name of the child, which was also in the news report, is actually Benny Michelson.
Poor Benny.
Meanwhile, that EMF meter is still going, like it's spiking in section A2. So as Allison hands you guys cameras to mount in the video store, you guys begin mounting. But so far, in recording immediately, that does take probably about an hour to do. Meanwhile, in the current area that you're at, which is just outside the video store, you're actually further into that section. It is going off once again, like it's all over. It's spiking real bad.
Okay. I think I left the notepad and pencil behind. Did anything happen with
You
those?
left it in the video store. Nothing happened.
Okay.
Did the, let us use the word ghost as a placeholder, did it seem to acknowledge you, Jake? Was it Jake? Was Jake, wasn't it?
No, Zach.
No, it was
Sorry,
Zach. It was
Zach.
Jeffrey and
Sorry,
Zach.
Zach. Did it seem to acknowledge you, Zach?
All it did was just stare at me.
So it did seem to see you. Okay.
Or maybe stared right through me.
I was going to say, or it may be you happen to be standing in its line of sight. Okay. Thank you.
I need, as you guys are looking around the outside the video store, I need Jeffrey and Zach to give me another resolve plus composure roll. Danger sense would apply to this.
So, composure and what? Which one?
Resolve, composure
Resolve.
roll, and danger
Alright, so
sense.
10, 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. One success is more than enough. I mean, so you definitely you're definitely not scared of anything that's gonna pop out at you.
Probably half expecting after last night.
Oh, I'm
Do-
probably sure about that.
Do the readings for the EMF, etc., are they relayed back to the command center, or are they just?
There's a recording device where if they look at it, there's probably a recording device that will actually pick up what the needle's doing, so you guys can actually see on their end as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at the control room, we can see that something's happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Here we go again.
My highest number was 2 6s, so I'm going to probably say that because of my nightmare of my sister, I'm probably going to be a little spooked.
Actually, unfortunately, my best roll was no successes with a fumble, so no, you are not.
Oh.
So you guys don't lose anything, but you guys have noticed there is a man, like, as you're looking through the cameras, you see another wisp of light just, like, sitting right in front of you. So
What?
the cameras are picking up a wisp of light, but as you remove the cameras to get view of what you're looking at, you see a disfigured man with a tattered suit. He could have been Caucasian, but his skin becomes pale white and then gray and it becomes bloated, and he is unable to move, like he's standing stiff, twitching, and he fades away.
No foul odor.
Nothing.
Okay.
There's probably hallucinogenics in the air.
I like that. I like that. Because that was something of a possibility that I would hope you would come up with, because that's a note. That is definitely Tails. You just got everyone a bonus. That will come at the end of the game.
Is the bonus XP, or is it
It'll be XP, but it'll be XP. It'll be at the end of the game.
Okay.
I'd be thinking that there'd at least be some kind of rotting smell in the air.
There is not.
Left over from the appearance of it.
There's not even an odor of sulfur?
Nope.
Damn it. That's good, actually. Never mind.
Do the Allisons, is there normally a smell and an odor associated with spectral appearances? What is that?
Ask that question
one?
again. Ask that question again.
Is there
if there's any? Often there's smells when ghosts appear.
No, not as such. No, I mean other than the natural ambient odors.
Intelligence occult roll.
Okay. Intelligence occult. That is 3 plus 3. Can I add my witchcraft specialty to this?
Yes.
Okay. That is 70-10. That is 2 successes.
Okay, so with ghosts, there's not normally a smell, but there can be in some rare occasion, but that would be a very powerful haunting, such as maybe a poltergeist or something that can take, maybe even a skin rider would have. Something that you don't know if you haven't probably seen this ever, or witnessed it, but you've heard of it in myth. And and then the odor of sulfur would be demonic.
Hey, there's only 2 occasions where an odor is around when a ghost is operating. Skin riders have a certain odor, and demons have an odor of sulfur. So it's a good thing we don't have either of those things.
How traditional.
Sulfur, Could be
Um,
this guy's diet. Points over at Colin's character.
What did you say, Tails?
I said sulfur in the air, or it could be this guy's diet. Points at Colin's character.
what? You mean all those donuts?
And the macaroni and cheese and spam.
No, I'm saying. So he's an American. I'm a Brit. He's an American cop. What do you think I think of American cops on Stakeout? Or Brit.
American cops are stereotypically depicted as eating donuts.
Pipe in a crate.
Exactly. I think either Alison or I, because we're the two that have got this for starters, should have a look back if we can avoid choking to death to see if we can find any more stories, report, etc., of deaths or other severely traumatic events associated with the mall, or indeed just the general area even before the mall was there.
I already did that.
All right. So,
okay.
That'd be intelligence plus academics plus computers. Computers gives you don't roll the computers. It's going to be intelligence plus academics, and you add 4 dice to your dice pool. If anybody wants to do that.
Alison,
but I heard Tails already did that.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's what I was mentioning.
why don't you,
files
Tails?
mentioned to go back past a certain date.
That's right, you did. Actually, I'm gonna. What was your success? I think that happened in the first session, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to grant. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Allison, since you guys did check out a few things, you did check with a few other articles, but you didn't go back. You didn't go back before, like, there. Oh, geez, how do I word this to where I don't give away a clue? Just give me an intelligence plus academics, and you know what? Instead of adding 4 to your dice pool, add 6.
Okay. 6 dice or 6 bonus, like a bonus
No,
plus 6?
no, 6 dice.
Okay.
I think he's talking about stuff like the Petty Dreadfuls that the occult magazines would have picked up before the official sniffers picked it
I
up.
was going to say, yeah.
So academics
Penny
plus
dreadful.
intelligence plus 6 dice, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Ooh.
4 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Because you're
10,
because you're
10.
using also a police resource that Jeffrey gave you access to for this one.
Uh-oh. I got 3 1s and 2 successes.
Oh, damn. All right, I'm going to give you this one at an expense. It's going to come at a consequence to you. You pull up a missing persons file from the APHIS system, from the police APHIS system, and you pull up an article of a missing person that went missing in 1969. With the description that you posted in there, it brought up a guy named James Benton, who was approximately of age 25, went missing for 48 hours before anyone reported it. His last known appearance was at a casino in Detroit, but he went missing from his hotel room by morning of the following day. Never even checked out, but then when they went to go investigate the hotel room, he was already gone. All his clothes and major possessions were remaining.
I relate this to everyone.
Can we take it that these guys have told us what they saw? These guys they saw.
Oh, they would have given you the description that they saw. Yes,
Okay.
they would have related to you.
So, Detective, would you say, it sounds to me from the description, will this man perhaps have drowned with a bloating, or would that be something else?
Did it mention that?
It did not.
No,
mention
no,
it-
no, 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 no. The ghost, the apparition that these guys saw.
There was no water. He was bloated, and then he just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right, I know. I was just asking.
His skin turned very seriously gray, though.
No, I was wondering if in the detective's experience this might have looked like a body that had been pulled from the water. That's what I was thinking.
Nope.
So we've got a disappearance. Someone
Are you
disappeared.
talking about the apparition or the
Yes.
the person popped
Yeah,
like a fresh morning grape tomato after the rain I told you about?
No, the apparition that you saw. I'm just wondering because your initial description was bloated. I'm aware that I've done. I do a little bit of helping out with the criminal.
It could be, but splicing frames of people who went missing or horror scenes and then projecting them while you're jacking people up on hallucinogenics, that's one easy way to make them think that, there's paranormal activity going on.
That is very
So,
true.
You could call it
You know,
apparition, but at this point, for all we
I'm
know,
kind
it
of-
was just a newspaper cutout.
I'm kind of surprised at your skepticism there, Jeffrey, especially with what we talked about you encountering.
Could have been anything. Could have been compressed air for all I know. The marks on the wall.
Can what I would particularly like to look for is any instance in anywhere I can do research on. I am a research professor after all. What I'm looking for is nothing specific. What I'm looking for is anything which might have been a kind of traumatic event which would perhaps have triggered a stone. My idea at the moment is anything which might have a sufficient traumatic event to have been recorded in the landscape, if you like.
There was not. There was not.
There was nothing. Okay, right. Okay, so
official paperwork.
So all all we know about is that we know about disappearances. We've got one kid we know was shot to death here, but that's the only one. Okay, fair enough.
Over some teens robbing a video store.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that's the only event we can come up with, which might have been sufficient to left a psychic imprint. Okay, thank you. So this was just that, and this one that these guys saw was just outside the video store.
Yes. This next apparition was just outside. Unable to move. It looked like he was unable to move, and he was twitching before he disappeared, and then became bloated, and his skin turned gray.
Twitching, turned bloated.
Give me an intelligence science roll.
Science roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, come on. Bring the bloody character sheet up for crying out loud. Oh. For heck's sake. If I can actually get my computer to show my character sheet, I'll do that. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. So Right, okay. Oh, this isn't going to be good. She's not going to be good.
What's your science roll?
None. Which means
Okay.
it's -3.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 3.
You can only roll one dice.
So I was going to say, I would ask, does encyclopedic knowledge going to be anything that might be useful there or not?
It doesn't matter. It takes you're basically rolling on a luck. Because
Okay.
the -3 takes away 3 dice, and you only have 3
Oh,
dice.
right.
So So that means you can only roll a maximum of one 1d10, but at this point it's a luck roll to recall this information.
Okay. And if I roll a 1?
If you roll a 1, so the fumbles here will not act as anything extravagant, but the 10 will. So if you get a 7 to a 9, that's a success, and you will succeed at what you're trying to do, or basically succeed to where I would release the information to you. On a 10, you still roll again. On a 1, 5 or to 1, nothing really.
Okay, I would say because because I would not. If it was an active thing, I would not actually take that chance. But thank you for that. Okay, so it's 1d10.
Yep.
3, so no.
No, you need more evidence.
Yeah. I would.
By the way, you guys each of you guys hear your watch alarm going off again, and you notice that it's about to be daytime as it's 6 a.m.
What the heck is going on with time?
Nothing. That's just how long that's how time moves in World of Dark. Okay, so outside of character, that's how long investigations are supposed to take. Like it's not,
okay, thank
like
you.
when
Okay.
you're investigating something, it's no shorter than, depending on your successes, no shorter than 30 minutes.
In response to this,
okay.
Jeff puts his hand on his shoulder.
Out of, like, as a player observing, playing a character and observing as what you're seeing, it does seem like time's moving fast, but your characters have actually lived that entire time.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's
They've done a lot.
thought.
Believe it or not, this is taking hours.
Okay, no, that's fine. I said that. It's just, as you say, it seemed. I thought, hold on a second, we've done 2 things, and what this morning again?
Nope.
But okay.
I mean, one could argue that the haunting hours are normally could possibly be between the times of 3 and 6.
Some say 12 and 1. Some say 11
Yeah.
The
and 1.
witching hour.
10 and 2. I've heard all these intervals. So really, we could say you're given 9 hours to do it, or you're given 1 hour or 4 hours. So I guess it depends on.
I was gonna say it could be that it randomly happens after dark.
So I tell you what, 4 hours means we've got a lot more time to sleep. We've only got 4 hours investigation again. Okay, well, okay, thanks. So as I said, I mean, okay, if that is what's the time it's taken, that's fine. Cheers, thank you. So that was that was a semi character.
Yeah. So no, everything's fine. It's just you guys weren't able to, that's all you guys were able to uncover in that much amount of time.
Okay, if one thing that does occur to me, and Tailed, you may decide this doesn't occur to me since I failed that roll. I was going to ask before we did a roll. Did it sounds almost as if this guy's what you saw was something on fast forward. Sort of time lapse photography or something of a body stiffening, dying and bloating. From the description you gave. Rather than whereas the kid from the sound from what you described, it sounds as if it was just replaying him being shot and going, help.
And I just described the location of the store where we were standing in proximity to the entryway, and then show the area where it would be if we were actually in that store. Like, we were there, but we're not there right now. I'm just showing him.
All right.
Okay. No, I said, I mean, it's just, it sounded to me both in and out of character, almost as if you were describing time lapse or sped up or something. That's what I'm trying to get. As I said, I mean, that it's as if you were seeing something faster than it actually happened. But so that might just be the way the description came across to me.
Allison
By the time
actually,
it was already gone.
as you guys are discussing this, Allison just had a realization.
What's that?
The mall was officially grand opened in 1970 and then closed in 1995.
So it was open for
25
over
15
for
years.
over 20 years.
25 years.
Yeah, 25 years.
Okay, but then your characters would automatically think, okay, what happened here before the mall was constructed? Because that guy went missing in 1969.
Yeah, but that's why someone said, where was
Well-
that? Where was the casino?
Oh, the casino is actually in
Or the
downtown
hotel.
Detroit. Downtown Detroit, along with the hotel next to it.
Right, so nothing.
Most casinos and hotels are almost. Actually, the hotel is probably owned by the casino.
Are we still in the security room, by the way?
No, you're upstairs. You're upstairs, probably in your kitchen living area.
So okay, so
Okay, so
We have
could
a,
I
we have like
do-
a print of the mall.
You
Well,
do.
yeah,
I mean, you don't have the official blueprints, but the only thing you have is like that the maps that they actually have downstairs showing where you are currently at the time. I imagine one of you guys is probably taking a picture of it with your camera phones
Yeah.
by now. As that this is
Yeah.
2024.
Could I do an intelligence investigation and context roll and see if I can get a hold of someone that could possibly give us a little bit more information of what was here before the mall?
Yes.
Okay.
And while he does that, I was going to go find the utility room.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
What?
We're going to have to
Okay.
stop right here, though, and do that next session. But I'm going to let
Okay.
Chris do his roll. Because that's gonna throw us out for a whole nother hour. That's a whole separate set of bullshit right there.
so can I just clear something in my own head?
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Can I try to clear something in my own head? The as a plot character, are we connecting the disappearance that Jeffrey came up with the ghost that they saw or not? So are we connecting this bloated ghost with the guy that disappeared from the casino or not? Because they came up at about the same time in gameplay. But the only other ghost we've seen we know was killed here.
Yep, but none of them are matching the description of the two kids that came in on a dare.
No, that's fine. What I'm not questioning that. What I'm saying is we've got this. We saw this. We saw the kid. We did a bit more research. We found that a kid was killed here. Fine. We connect. The two are connected in our minds. In my mind. What I'm saying is we saw the guys that saw this bloated ghost, and then we found out about this guy that had disappeared from the casino. But the casino, as far as I can tell, there is no connection between the guy in the casino and this location. So are we locating?
You took a piece of yarn, you found some yarn somewhere, and you created a timeline or a line. And
Okay.
you thrown together a timeline. You took one article that you were able to write out, and you took the other article. And you put dates on them. You put 1969 on one, and you put the other one as, and you put the other one at. Give me just a hot second. I forgot what year. 1984 the other, and you put them at two separate things, because one person supposedly went missing in 1969 in this exact area. It would not correlate with the teens robbing the VHS store in 1984. It's got too many years apart. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's almost 15 years.
No. I'm not interested in the kids. What I'm saying is, do we think this guy?
I'm not talking about the kid. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about the video store shootout, and I'm talking about the missing guy.
Yeah. So do we? Are we thinking, or is the suggestion that the missing guy disappeared somewhere around the mall? In other words, maybe that ghost. That's what I'm saying. Are we currently connecting or supposedly connecting the ghost with the guy that disappeared from the casino hotel?
I have an idea.
Oh yeah, I mean, you do okay. So if you show the picture, you can get a picture of the guy from the internet, and you can show it to the other two. The other two exactly saw what was in the picture.
Okay, right. Thank you. That's all because I said that, as far as I could tell, we hadn't connected the disappeared guy with the mall, but thank you. That's
No.
fine. So we did
Well,
what's
and
his name?
it
Okay,
doesn't
cool.
look like there's any connection with the mall because he disappeared before the mall was even built.
Okay, but I'm sorry. I'll rephrase that with this location.
Possibly,
but
yes.
we do that.
That's,
Okay.
what, Chris,
Well,
that's
okay.
what Chris is supposed to do. Chris has got to give me an intelligence investigation. No, you know what, Chris? I'm gonna make it a little bit different. It's gonna be presence.
I just rolled all the. I just made all the scrolls. Jeez.
Oh boy.
I was waiting for all of you to stop talking so I could give you the numbers.
Give me the numbers and I'll just let it go this one time.
49932 or 33.
4, 9,
Archer was just too busy
Only
working
two
on his
successes.
pegboard and registering roll.
So you
No.
ended up calling someone you know and actually in news reporting, and you go, "Hello, you reach Jessica Wilson in news reporting on Channel 6. How can I help you today?"
Hey Jess, it's Jack.
How many
I
dots
need
and
you
contacts do you have?
to- One.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Hey Jack, hey Jess, it's Jack. I need you to do me a quick favor for something that I'm working on.
All right. What's up? What can I help you with, Zach?
Can you look into the history and background of the property that the what is the mall called again?
The Supermart Mall of Detroit.
The Supermart Mall of Detroit currently stands upon.
All right. Yeah. Let me see what I can pull up here. Well, it was. Let's see. It looks like it was nothing but woods and hills before it was bought in 1968 or around 1968. It's not very. Information here is not very clear of when the construction was actually purchased, unless you have like some form of paperwork on the agreement. There's that information seems to be blacked out. But it was sometime in the 60s that it was purchased, and then they began construction on it, and the Supermart Mall officially opened in 1970.
So 1960. So there's nothing else here. Nothing else. No previous properties. No nothing else.
Nope, nothing.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. And Zach, I am curious because I'm a news reporter and I wouldn't be doing my job, but what are you looking into regarding that mall?
Put a pin in that, and I'll let you know afterwards.
All right. Oh, and Zach,
Yes.
just watch your back, okay? Because a lot of strange things have always been up. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but just be careful.
Will do.
All right. And then you guys hung up the phone.
Then I relay everything that she told me to the others.
All right.
So they were building. They started building this in '69. Wasn't that the year that guy disappeared?
Well, they built it they began purchasing the property and building it, which when you go in for property purchases of large amounts of land to build like businesses and stuff, that could take up to years to do to break ground.
Yeah.
It was in the 60s that somebody was attempting to purchase it. Who, the name's been blacked out and left out of the media.
It was a Blackwell descendant.
Oh, ancestor. Get your time. Stop dumping in time.
No, I meant like from the past, the descendant of the original Blackwell.
It's ancestor.
That's an ancestor, not a descendant.
Descendant
No,
is the
'cause-
other way
no.
around.
No,
Yes,
listen. Because if I was referring to the original Blackwell and saying
Yes.
it's descendant of them.
Hmm.
That's why I said that.
Okay, so what you mean is our Mr. Blackwell maybe. Okay, yeah, fine. No wonder you're not doing so well in the history of Miss Blackwell. You need to be a little bit more precise in the language. So the guy was I was right. We did say this guy disappeared in 1969. Was it? Or am I misremembering? Okay.
No, 1969.
Okay. So 69. So it would have been about the time that this was happening. This was being built. And around about the same time that the player was woken up by his mum and with his sister to watch the moon landing, but we won't go into that. Yes, I'm that old. I was actually woken up to watch the moon landing. Don't come at me with Apollo 11 conspiracy theories. I will ignore you. Right, okay, so...
Conspiracies. So I turn to Alicent. And I'm just going to bring up the story of a Japanese legendary creature that would make contracts with tortured individuals to bind and control their souls. Like, want to look that up in your occult database?
Yeah,
Just
sure, let's
fall
look
into the
that up.
smoke.
I look it up.
Oh.
All right, well, but you guys are all gonna have to give me a strength and stamina roll because at the time that all this research is going on, a couple hours have
But
at least passed.
Going to bed.
Yeah, we're going to bed before that happens.
Oh, okay, but you're making but you're looking up stuff on occult stuff. Okay, whatever.
Not necessarily
Yeah.
immediately, but like down the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we are going to stop it right there, everybody. That is it. We are
Yeah.
good for the night. we
Good, 'cause if you
we actually made some good coverage today. Good. That was actually are you guys having fun at least?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we made some good coverage. Good coverage. I have to actually edit the title when we leave here, but that'll be okay. All right, real quick before we get off, does anyone got anything they would like to say to our audience who's watched this for 3 hours and 10 minutes straight?
Tails does.
Yes, Tails.
Yes.
Okay. What do you have to say to our
I get-
audience who's watched this for over
It,
who sat here for over 3 hours?
Oh, my bad. My audio cut out for a second.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was like, I heard. So now we're coming, and then Tails, and I'm like, oh no. Hey, Tails, just playing Jeffrey Yellow Blossom, having a good time. I got my laptop working again. It looks like, so I might be back into the streaming fold here soon. Probably gonna be bringing up really good timing considering what we're playing, the Vampire the Masquerade games, because I've been excited for the release of Bloodlines 2, and look forward to sharing that dog with you.
Awesome,
I
Chris.
do not envy you playing that. That is not looking good.
Yeah. There's some.
All right, Chris, you got anything to say to our audience?
Thanks for joining us, and y'all have a lovely Friday the 13th.
And Witch King?
Hello, I'm the Witch King of Sire, and I hope you all have a lovely Friday the 13th. And check out my Substack, which I need to get a link to Tabletop about that. And yeah, you can watch me on this stream, and whenever Grim gets back with his computer issues, you can watch me play in Grim streams tabletop games and Teacher and Historians Worlds Without Number game right now, when that comes back anyways.
All right, and Colin.
Colin?
You've lost contact. They came for him already.
Oh my god. He's gone, everybody.
The ghosts, they came for him already.
He's gonna be the first one out next time. No,
If we were playing I Am Zombie, I'd say it was Bleach who came for him.
He did say he'll be right back early, and we're on a horror setting, so you know what they say about that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my name is Tabletop Junkie. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Oh, I think I hear him now.
Was the ghost of my computer just froze and decided it wanted to start playing silly bugs again. Thank you all for joining us, folks, and we'll see you again next week, I believe.
Yes, it is. Next Friday. Woot, woot. And we are still here for the Halloween spirit, everybody. We
And for those of you...
Oh.
I was going to say, I hope you all enjoy the Friday the 13th. Some of us have actually passed way beyond that by now. It's our Saturday the 14th, but it's not my fault. You guys are behind the times. I hope you will have a wonderful weekend as well, folks.
I'm getting ready to queue up Friday the 13th so that way we can watch it.
Well, like I said, it's not the 14th actually, but...
Well, we're doing that too, so there we go. Tomorrow. we're doing part 1 and part 2 this weekend. All right, so anyway, my name is Tabletop Junkie. I'm the host and writer of this, writer of the adventure anyway. But I hope everyone did have a lot of fun. It's not meant to be fast-paced at first, but wait till it becomes fast-paced, because then I'm going to throw some awesome shit at you guys.
We're not even. In fact, actually, a Saturday the 14th horror movie. It's a spoof.
Oh boy!
Comedy.
Oh.
Comedy.
Well, we're not worried about that right now. But anyway, I'm saying my goodnights. So, if you guys like what you see here, like and subscribe. We're gonna have more coming at you before the end of, before the end of the year. So just stay tuned, and remember to work hard, play hard, game hard. Game on, everybody. You guys have a great and wonderful weekend. And enjoy some good horror and some original of the 80s. That is why I placed this setting in 2024, where you guys are investigating something that was back in the 80s and the 90s, because that was when I think horror was at its best. I think.
Oh, and if you have time, listen to Tubular Bells.
The golden era.
Oh yeah. Well,
Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield.
All right, we're out of here.
Where the shadows creep, vampires thirst for the crimson feast. Werewolves howl in the midnight prowl. No peace, no rest in the beasting dark. Casting spells under moon's blue light. Hunters stalking through the endless night. Changelings whisper secret dreams. In a world of shadows, nothing is as it seems. Living in the darkness where the monsters roam. Veil of shadows where the lost find home. Creatures of the night standing side by side. In a world of darkness, nowhere to hide. Prometheus, soul-seeking lost humanity. Chased, wandering, searching for the sanity. Mortals blind to the wars unseen. In this twisted world, what does it mean? Haunted streets where the echoes call. Sinister laughter echoing through the hall. Ancient whispers, secrets in the wind. Out here, brother, you never win. Living in the darkness where the monsters roam. Veil of shadows where the lost find home. Creatures of the night standing side by side. In a world of darkness.